How are you, my friends? And welcome to the Culture Cast. Unfortunately, there will be no Tubbs jokes tonight, from me anyway, because he's not here. So Tubbs has had to take the night off to look after his children. Typical poisonous Tubbs content, as always. But in all seriousness, Tubbs is at the mercy of a very sick child, so I will let him off on this one. Other than that, guys, welcome to the Culture Cast. And as I said, I know that some of you are in a group with me. If anybody wants to jump on, feel free. Here is the StreamYard thingy. So yeah, let's look at some comments. Chris, welcome to the chat as always. I do, I've said, love your memes that you put up every Monday on Twitter to advertise our show, which is fantastic. Is Tubbs taking jewelry taking jewelry to a volcano? Yeah, I think he might be. Tubbs is more Golem than Elijah Wood, though I would say. Connor says is he off filming Stuart Little 3? Probably. He's a bit small for that though. He probably needs to be an inch taller for that one. And Mick says Tubbsy Wubbsy can't get down from the toilet seat, or he can't pull his kids away from the toilet seat, I think, at the moment. Unfortunately, Jono's in the house. Blinky, Jono, evening, Brian and chat. So today's guest is the chat. So you guys will be my helpers in getting this live stream done. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Mick says send help. Jono. Gerard is here. Is it Gerard or Gerard? I don't know how to pronounce it most of the time. But either way, welcome to the show. It's a one-man show tonight. And Mick says, hey, Ger. Hi, Connor. And Jonathan says, hi, Chris, Connor, Mick, and Gerard. So thank you for everyone who is here. Smuggler's Canyon is here. Christian, you actually managed to escape from your child today, which is great. Unlike Tubbs, who has been held at gunpoint by his. It's a Limerick thing. Good evening, all. So pleased to make it live. Great to see you, Brian. And great to see you on the chat, my friend. Fuller's Figures says, hey, Mick, John, Gerard, Chris. Mick says, Dr. Smuggles. Fuller's Figures says, Smuggler's Canyon. James McGurk, welcome to the chat, my friend. Excuse me. Hey, Brian and everyone here tonight. Great to see you in the chat, my friend. Smitlord says, sup, everybody. Mick says, hi, James. Jonathan says, Chris, Tubbs taking jewelry to a volcano would still be better than the upcoming Amazon show. Oh, we've got a hater, I think, in the chat. I'm only messing, Jonathan. Evening, James. Smithy. So, yeah, like we usually start off with pickups and show and tell. So, the thing is, I don't have any pickups this week, so we're just going to skip that. But if any of you guys have anything that you picked up during the week, do tell. Tell us what you've got, and we will chat about it briefly. So I haven't had anything. I did get like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z, but I think I showed you that last week. Other than that, I have decided, after initially not going to, I am going to build the Marvel Legends Watcher thing because I've got plenty of pieces now, and I've come across someone in adverts who's got more pieces. So yeah, I'm going to try and finish that. Onto the chat again. Chris says, I hope Super 7 do figures of all the characters from the show. Then me and Mick can spend the Reservoir Dogs afternoon sticking them up your nose, John. Wow. Excuse me. My throat is fucking dry as fuck today. There's some fucks for you in case you're missing Tubbs. Lobot's here. Welcome, my friend. Hey, Brian in chat. Mick says, Gundam Warhammer 40k back after 20 years. Warhammer's kind of always been around, though, hasn't it? Jonathan, come on, mate. Jump on the stream. Keen to hear more of your perspective on Kenobi. And yeah, we will be talking plenty Kenobi in a while. I know there's some controversial opinions going around. And episode 4 is tomorrow. Not a New Hope, unfortunately. But yeah. Yes, at Smith Lord Speaks. Vader's Girl, hey guys. Hey Vader's Girl, hi Cat, how are you? Mick Holland says, fuck, fuckity fuck. No, see, the trick is, Mick, you've got to put the fucking in every, you know, when you're fucking describing something, and then you go to the fucking, your brain and try and figure out what's fucking going on. That's how Tubbs does it. Chris, I don't know what's sadder, that you want figures from that Amazon show or that you want Subpart 7 to make them. Don't Diamond Select have the Lord of the Rings? Don't they have the Lord of the Rings license, which is even worse than Subpart 7, if I'm being honest, although they are cheaper. Yep, since the 80s, methinks, is Warhammer. Chris says Warhammer has had a resurgence due to the geek's best hunky friend, Henry Cavill. Unless you're a DC fan, because they don't use him properly. And Mick says, hi, Vader's Girl. Vader's Girl, hi, Mick. I'm going to get several and then take a risky picture surrounded by them in the bat. And Chris, you'll have to send this into the live stream so I can share it with everyone. Not that I don't want to lose subscribers or anything, but I just think it'll be ample payback for all the pictures you've done of me and Tubbs the last few weeks. Jonathan says Warhammer never. Yeah, it didn't. It never really went away. That's always been kind of around. James says, "Hey Connor, Jonathan, I swore I saw Tubbs in the first episode of The Boys. Didn't know his code name was Termite. Getting up to all sorts. I picked up a Lobot for a $5 yesterday. Oh, I seen him in Smith's actually. But yeah, Termite. That's all I'm going to say. Inner dick." And you know what? I asked him a while ago had he seen it, and he hadn't. So I was like, "You have to watch the first scene of The Boys. Like, you just have to tell me when you see it." So I'm gonna report back when I hear from him about that. Jonathan says, "Hey, Cat, Mick, I know, Brian, so you are one of us now with your lion. And if you look to my this side, you can probably see him behind me. No, this way, beside Doctor Doom. Hey, Jonathan." James McGurk wins the internet today. Yes, that comment was top notch. Brian, as a TMNT guy, what do you think of the 3 different turtle vans about to come out? I have no interest in the Super 7 one. The Playmates one is just not good quality. I would, if I had to get any of them, it would probably be the Necker one. That looks the best value and the best quality to me. The Playmates ones, the Playmates figures, the re-releases and stuff, even the ones with the with the Karate Kid 2-packs, they're fucking terrible. They're some of the worst figures I've seen in years. I don't know how they still have a license to release those. Yeah, it's fairly bad. Like, Mick says, old Games Workshop in Liffey Street been there since the 90s. The thing I find about these Games Workshop places, though, that we have one here in Limerick called The Gathering, and I don't want to like shit on it or anything, but when you go into these places, you just get the feeling you're not wanted or you're interfering with their days or something like that. But yeah, Jared, hey Cat. Chris says, hey Mick, got Linkso and Warpaint Conan last week, but I think I may have mentioned that last week. I think you did mention the Conan one, all right. Maybe not Linkso. Vader says, hey Gerard. Jonathan says, I love how The Boys takes long established superhero powers and gives them such a fucked up take. Yeah, it's both amazing and horrendous at times. Yes, Mick, I completely forgot about that. There's a third party one as well that looks quite good. Be between that and the NECA one for me. But if I had the choice in the morning, I would definitely buy the NECA one. I wouldn't touch the Super 7 one with a barge ball. Yeah, Jonathan, I just realised not to play my NECA Super 7 and some third party company have 6 and 7-inch vans coming out. Not the shoes, by the way. But yeah, it would definitely be the NECA one for me. Simon is in the chat. Tip of the cap to Simon. And make the shop staff are fucking weird. No social skills. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you got guys out of their mother's basements to run the shop. You could smell them when you go in the door. I went into the one on Jervis Street in Dublin years ago looking for paint when I was like in my custom action figure phase. and the guy couldn't have been more unhelpful. I was like, I'm looking for whatever it was at the time, and he was like, over there. I was like, okay, not tell me which one I should buy, or but luckily I kind of knew anyway. So yeah, it's just a weird experience. Mick says manga Fananga hi, nice Smitty up Super Seven. There's far too much Super Seven love in here now. John says hey, Sai, isn't the Super Seven TMNT wagon half a grand? Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's crazy money. Jonathan says 450. But is that pounds or euros? So like you probably, if it's pounds, probably amounts to 500 quid either way. Vader's girl, hi Sai. Tip of the cap to all in the chat. Hats off. Agreed, Mick. The Games World staff are fucking weird, even when they're not trying to push their fucking merch on you. I have to drop in a few more fucks every so often. Jonathan, dollars, I think, Brian. Yeah, so like, I want to talk about something actually while we're on the thing of currency exchange. So the new Obi-Wan figure from Black Series, $26 in the States. It's an exclusive as far as I know. But $26 in the States to buy it. And over here, now I don't know, I don't think it's a typo, but over in the UK it's £33. And over here it's €40. What the what the fuck is that about? So like $26 amounts to about, or $28, whatever it was. It amounts to about €25. So where is that 15? Where is that €15 extra coming from? It's not from a currency exchange. So it's like we're getting shafted over here. And that Obi-Wan figure is really, really nice. And it's funny because the Darth Vader that comes in the same wave, I think is it 28? So like you've got Vader who's got probably more sculpt, more paint, more everything, and it's €15 cheaper almost. It's absolutely bizarre. I don't get it, to be honest. Yeah. I think Big Bang may have it on pre-order. G-Force is in the chat. Welcome, G-Force. As you can see, there is no Twisted Tubs today. He is otherwise encumbered. But yeah. So Mick says, yeah, Jonathan, the GW jump on you on demand. What army are you collecting? I was there a few years ago with my brother who still plays it, and it was really uncomfortable. Yeah. Hey, Mick. Hey, Cat, Mick, John, Sice. I love when people type out all the names. I can never do it when I'm in a live stream. I'm just like, hey, everybody. It's much easier. Mick says hi. G-Force. Something fishy up with that price. Like, yeah, 100%, Connor. Definitely. I don't know what's going on there. Um, Jonathan says the Clone Wars armored exclusives, were they Target exclusives? They only cost 27-ish over here, if I recall right. Yeah, the Marvel Legends, what's his name? Scarface? No, not Scarface. Jigsaw. The Marvel Legends Jigsaw is a Walgreens exclusive, and that was $27.99 compared to $24.99. So I've never seen a jump that high, not even from Tubbs. But yeah, I've never seen a price tag hop so high, even on our exclusive. Yeah, it's a weird one. Like Tubbs is covered in shite, covered in puke. I would think, actually. Hey, G-Force, I'll say it. Well, you weren't far wrong. To be fair, it comes out one end, like you know. Um, Smith Lord speaks. Couldn't reach the park road. Yeah. G4 says it's Tubbs trying to get up on a chair and doesn't have a ladder. Chris says he'll find a picture for next week's advert. Well, yeah, and that like I don't blame. It's probably Hasbro UK who are doing this because Hasbro UK, like, if you only have to look at some of Star Action Figures posts on Facebook to see the grief that they get from Hasbro UK about prices and stuff. And even there was stuff like there's even John has said they're a nightmare to deal with as well. So I imagine it's them messing up on the prices and stuff. Yeah, it's not good for us, like, either way. So We're going to talk about some TV shows now. Um, Stubbs found a lady to go up on. Nudge, nudge. You didn't need to nudge me, Chris. I got that one straight away. So, guys, I'm going to drop this again. Who wants to jump on and chat about Kenobi? Because that's going to be a fun chat. And we've also got Stranger Things 4, The Boys, Miss Marvel, if you want to chat about that, maybe. There's been some new trailers as well. Oh, boy. Brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, yeah, Kenobi, guys. Episode 3 was on last week. I want to know what you think of it. First off, and we'll go from there. There was the first now obviously spoilers ahead. There was the first confrontation between Obi-Wan and Vader, which came way earlier than I was expecting. I really enjoyed the episode. There was a lot to like in it. A lot less silly things as well from the first episode, the first 2 episodes. Makes sense. Go Brie Larson. Wow. The Boys doesn't hold anything back. No, it does not. Come on, hey Christian. Chris says Kenobi is the balls, absolutely superb. That little lass that plays Leia is amazing. And Jonathan said, "Is there a crazy lack of buzz for Miss Marvel online? Every other Disney show plus has gotten a fuck ton of trailers, adverts, and radio spots." No, I will say though, it's gotten really good Rotten Tomato rating. But I do think Kenobi, The Boys, Stranger Things has taken all the shine away from it. It may be a bad decision. Like in the morning, right? You're going to have Kenobi episode 4, and you're going to have the first episode of that. So, like, what's everyone going to watch straight away? If you've got an hour in your day to spare, you're going to watch Kenobi. That's the problem there. Miss Marvel is is a very mid character. It's a very mid character. Yeah, that's a word I stole from MJF. But like Miss Marvel is a character that not a lot of people know. I think she's a character, and I don't mean to be sexist or whatever, like, but she's a character that a lot of little girls are going to want to watch because she is a little girl. Basically, she's a fangirl for the Avengers. There's only so much. There's only so much like that. There's like so much that she's going to pull in. I think that's going to be a series where people will be like in the evening, they'll be like, "What do I watch now?" and throw it on, and be pleasantly surprised because from the trailers and the clips and things I've seen, she looks like a good actress. It looks like it'll be decent. Yeah. So like, Sai says what Chris said. Smuggler says, G-Force, hope you're well. G-Force says, Kenobi, Boys, Miss Marvel in that order. Kenobi, then Miss Marvel, which I find strange, as Miss is a divorcee. Well, Miss can also be someone who isn't married, like so. Then the Orville and Thursday. That's one I never watched. Thoughts on the famous, infamous MJF shoot promo, Brian Z? Heard it was mega. Yeah, G-Force. Yeah, exactly, G-Force. It seems a good way to get one's daughter into Marvel. And I'm kind of gutted that Tubbs isn't here because Miss Marvel is the opposite of Tubbs. She's a Brie Larson fangirl. And I would have loved to get him going on that. Like, oh, see, Tubbs, if you liked Brie Larson, you could have gotten your own show. Who knows what you could have done with yourself. But yeah. To go back, you're right. You're right. I'm actually wrong. I admit that. Oh, we have somebody in the chat, my friends. Welcome to the stream. Everyone's friend of mine, Connor Fuller.
How are you?
How are you getting on, my friend?
Not too bad. I will have to change room shortly. That was one of the reasons. It's like Russian roulette up here, or magical chairs trying to find some space in this house.
Sure. Sure, look, we'll bait into Kenobi so soon as you're here.
What is all the hate for? Where is it coming from?
I think it's mostly like people who have just made up Twitter pages and just made
I
up YouTube pages to get hate likes or something. I don't know.
I think it's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, there might be some story holes or some bits and pieces that could have been done different, but as a whole, I'm so happy it was done. I'm so happy we have it. I think the production value, the acting, the characters we're getting back, it's brilliant. It's got everything. It's
It's
got
excellent.
absolutely everything.
I saw a great tweet earlier. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it was about Kenobi, and they were like saying, so people are giving out about guys not being able to catch a little girl, where in the original trilogy you had supposed elite soldiers who couldn't hit the target from 5 yards away.
Yeah, yeah. Despite Obi-Wan Kenobi pointing out on Tatooine that this is stormtrooper blasters against the sand people. It's so accurate. Do you know what? I'm not volunteering to do it by any means, but if you were to go back and take a deep dive at the original trilogy,
I'm sure
or,
you'd find
or
things.
an adult today watching it for the first time, you'd find nothing but holes in it and problems with it and issues with it. Like, you need to watch Kenobi and just let it take you away.
Yeah,
Let
exactly.
let the story make you feel like that 8-year-old sitting down on Christmas morning with Star Wars coming on ITV or BBC One, and just enjoying it and just let it take you for the ride. And
I
for me, it does that. It does that spectacularly.
I find when I watch it twice every week.
Yeah,
I find when I watch it the first time, I fucking love it. And then like I go online and there's like this, that, and the other thing. This was wrong, that was wrong, this was wrong, that was wrong. And then I watch it the second time and I'm like, I can see where someone could find fault in that, like, but nah, it
yeah.
doesn't do anything for me.
I think it's a case of if you look hard enough, you will find the fault.
In everything though, in
But that's in
fairness.
everything. That's in everything. It's it's been brilliant, and I think not that it's reignited the love of Star Wars because that's always there, but the excitement, that excitement again that we're getting a new show and we can all talk about it and look forward to the next episode, and wait a year and a half for the figures to come out. It's
And get
just
charged through the asshole for them as well.
that's it. Don't look. I'm at my wits end now with the whole scene. I was
Yeah.
only thinking about the other day. As a collective, we've sort of taken it on board that we'll give out about the price hikes, but we've accepted that it's okay to pay delivery charges on
Right in anyway.
absolutely everything. You know,
That's the thing, like. But like, yeah, like for me, like the whole Darth Vader presence in this episode was unfucking believable. When he's coming through the town and he's just randomly dragging people out
yeah,
and snapping necks, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is a fucking
yeah.
Disney show. Like, what the fuck?
But then again, and again, I know I'm going to touch back people finding fault in it, but that's the sinister Vader we all had in our heads as kids.
Yeah.
We didn't get that in the screen. That came from playtime. How evil could you make your Darth Vader be, or what's the worst thing he could do? And then we see it on the screen where like the malice, the sinister malice of just dragging a person out from their home and just dragging them along the ground using the force behind them was frightening, frightening. And I'm sure any kids
Like,
watching that
imagine
would be
seeing
scared
that. Like,
stiff. Like, yeah, yeah. And I wish I was a kid seeing that and having that fear and excitement of seeing Darth Vader coming along like that. It was brilliant. I just thought it was magical. I was just blown away by that episode. Blown
like,
away.
like between that and his cameo in Rogue One, they have nailed him perfectly every time he's been on screen. I think.
Yeah, yeah. And funny now, with Rogue One, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't hear any leaks or anything. I knew Vader was in it, but when I went to see Rogue One and it came to that end scene, I was in the cinema. I was speechless.
I
I
was
was
the same,
blown
so no
away.
spoilers or nothing.
And someone's done a video there a couple of years ago, and they've reimagined the Vader and Obi-Wan fight. It's on YouTube, but it's I must dig it out
Oh,
and
I've
share it
seen
around.
it. It doesn't look
It's
great, in my opinion.
I know, but it's just up updates that whole fight scene. It just shows Vader much more powerful, much more menacing, much more movable. The
Like,
poor David Prowse was sort of
if
restricted
they
in that suit.
re-released that now and in a special edition or something, people would lose their shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just because, like, I mean, I've often wondered, even would it be worth going back and redoing the original trilogy
Mm.
animated,
Animated,
just
yeah,
just
that would be cool.
just to update some of those scenes, And I suppose touching off that, I know everyone's hanging off that line, you know. Um, the last time we met, I was the student, you were the master, but like, I'm not going to let one line of dialogue written
But
40
that could
odd
come
years
yet,
ago.
like.
But that's it. It could tie into the
That's
story.
definitely not the only time they meet, like.
Yeah, but I'm not like there's people like using that as the excuse to say this couldn't have happened, and one sentence from 40 years ago, let it
You're
slide.
breaking canon, boo.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I think they're doing everything right. I've no complaints. Like
there was
the,
like,
the way it made me feel watching it, I can't complain about that.
yeah. There was another few good bits in it as well. Like, I love the scene when they're in the desert and he sees him off in the distance as well as Anakin, like,
Yeah, yeah, the flashback scene or the dream scene, yeah, that was really
and
good.
that character voiced by Zach Braff, the guy from Scrubs, the little like whatever he
Frack.
was. Yeah, he was brilliant. The fucking bootlicker to the last, like.
Yeah, yeah. Sucking up to the stormtroopers. Oh, I'll give you a lift. But it was, yeah, no, it was excellent. Yeah, and a new alien as well, a brand new
Yeah,
character.
a new character to be an exclusive for 50 quid.
Yeah, yeah, okay, there is that
But
in 2 years' time.
let's go through the comments there. So Sai says, Connor, you never walk alone. Down with that sort of thing. Careful now.
Love you, Si.
Double cup champions, eh? Smith Lord says Vader wants to torture Kenobi as he blames him for everything. I like the way this is going, Christian.
I
Yup.
agree. Yeah,
G Force says, wait, Tubbs isn't a fangirl. He's a fangirl of most things except for Brie Larson, though. uh,
it's kryptonite.
Christian says, oh no, not Connor. Love you really, though. And
Y-
Simon
Funny,
says,
funny story now. When I met Christian there at Echo, he leaned in to give me a kiss on the cheek. I did. I thought he was English. I didn't think he was like continental, but he'd
turn your
like to
face
kiss
and
me.
get the full. Give him the tongue, man.
My only regret was I didn't let him.
The grey
Love you,
pants.
Christian.
Simon says, don't get the dislikes. Been mint so
Yeah,
far.
agree. So I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, chat jumped. 100% Chris. If there's a second season, the timeline is going to be very interesting. I'd love it led up to the Luke Skywalker part, with the two sons, what have you.
Oh, the part where he comes across Luke in the desert.
Mm.
Because I was saying today, where he meets Ezra will be a good way to end it.
I can't remember that in Rebels.
So Ezra comes looking for a Jedi to Tatooine,
Mm.
but it was a ploy by Darth Maul, and then Obi-Wan and Darth Maul have their last fight scene together.
Oh,
And
so you
that's
reckon
what I
they
was.
could do that live stream kind of thing,
But
or
if they, I
live
was,
action? Jesus,
yeah.
live stream.
My thought process was if they did that in live action, it would be a great way to close off the Kenobi story and introduce Ezra if he's going to be in the Ahsoka TV show.
Mm. But like, if they do a season 2, I'd say Ahsoka will be out before a season 2 of Kenobi because they
Mm,
haven't. They've started shooting that, haven't they?
yeah, yeah.
Because
I
they have
think
showed
that's in
stuff
production,
at Celebration, yeah.
and I think she's been posting pictures in the costume as well. So,
And the guy is it from Aladdin is playing Ezra, as far as I know.
all right,
That's what I heard anyway. As amazing as Luke was at the end of Mando, Vader has been even more impressive.
yeah,
Mm.
he's got those
Same
feels.
when seeing Rogue One in cinema. Mick, I thought you said you don't like Star Wars. Everybody loves Star Wars. Smugglers said, we want to see more Rogue One Vader, and that's what we got, and then some.
100%.
Jonathan says Rogue One was amazing up until the Vader scene. then it just became epic. I
Yeah.
might watch Rogue One again actually before Andor
I,
starts.
I think I'm getting the feels for it now after that conversation myself. Yeah.
For me, Vader catches Kenobi again, and it'll be Riva that frees him and turns back to the light. Yeah, I. What's your thoughts on Riva, Connor? Before we go on,
um, I think the character is brilliant.
Mm.
Okay, first of all, I know there's a lot of hate coming at the actor, which I don't understand at all.
I don't
Because
get that at all. No,
if a character is badly written or badly directed, you can't blame the actor. Like, I mean, the acting, I don't have no problem with the acting. I think she's a sublime actor. So um, I, I I can't put my finger on where the hate is coming from. I know people were saying that some of it was over exaggerated, but that could be for a reason. Let the story play out. You can't be jumping on the first or second episode of a story that's what 6 hours long, and
yeah,
making a decision on it. I think the actor's brilliant. I really like the character. I think it plays in well. I think there's going to be an interesting arc for this character. I don't want to get into theories or whatever
we'll
else,
be
but
here all night.
yeah, but I really think that I really think that character is going to have a really important part to play at the end of this story, and I'm looking forward to where it's going. So the fact that I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going tells you I've no issue with the character, the
Exactly.
actor, or
Like,
how she's portraying the character.
I'll tell you, I've been on sets and stuff, and she probably did that. Any line she does, she has delivered that 10 different ways, and a
Yeah,
director said, "Okay, that's the one I like." So,
yeah,
and she's reading off a script someone else wrote, so it's not her
exactly.
fault. If
And,
she's done
and,
a
and
bad
as you
job and
said,
the director says fine, that's their fault.
yeah, and if they're in the editing room, then there's 20 different takes. They're tying that together to fit the story for
Yeah,
some reason. So, no, I'm a big believer in let the story play out and then sort of come back and look at it. But
then we
no,
can
so
criticize
far,
it like we did Boba Fett.
yeah. No, but I liked Boba Fett. I thought it was a good
I did as well.
story.
It could have been better though.
It
That's
could,
all.
and I think I said it here last week. I just think they picked the wrong character to tell that story.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think if that had just been a random bounty hunter, the way they did with Mandalorian, or even bringing back an old character to do it, I think it would have played out much better because it didn't have that history and lore that went with that character, and people's built up expectations of it, even though the, he only had a few minutes of screen time.
I think the Mandalorian's story should have been Boba Fett's.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
I think that was originally meant to be the Boba Fett movie, and then they kind of rejigged everything and what
Yeah,
have you. But
the only thing is, by going down the line of the Mandalorian with Din Djarin, it just opened up a whole new world.
yeah, it gave them a
So
sandbox to play in.
as big of a universe Star Wars is, it's compact. To be honest, it's tied into those three
Skywalker saga.
three episodes. And I know he was able to do the prequels, but the story is fairly locked up. So to be able to expand it the way they did with the Mandalorian, as a fan, opens it up, and I was happy with
Yeah,
that. And I think by using Boba Fett for the book of Boba Fett, they kind of again painted themselves into a bit of a corner. So that's my opinion.
yeah. No, you're dead right, and I can see what they were going for definitely. But it landed some parts it didn't. But others absolutely loved it. So it
Yeah.
was roundly hated on by a lot. But yeah, we know it. Kat says, I yelled during that scene, die rebel scum, and some dude yelled at me for it.
You
Amazing.
earning that name, Vader's girl, huh? For sure.
I really like that scene. I really like that Alien Pally with the Stormtroopers makes sense as that's how he makes his living. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
protecting his own fucking arse basically.
looking
I
after
love
his
that
own.
about him as well. Everyone's laughing at Cat. Christian, a second season has been announced,
Ooh,
but Robin Williams is dead. That's random.
that brings us down now.
Yeah.
Was that in reference to the Aladdin, the Aladdin actor?
Yeah, that's it. But Will Smith does that now, but now he's been bitch slapped as well. So,
Yeah, I
or
think
he did the slapping actually. What am I talking about?
he did the slapping. We'll see where he
He's
goes from
gone
here.
to anger management, I think. I only found this out today, JR. My point was that he was conceived beforehand, or is the timeline going to have to get creative? Yeah, it's going to be interesting what they do with a season two, but it all depends on where this season goes. Still, like so.
Yeah.
Uh, Sai says Jonathan Redmond, Leia season one, Luke season two. I've seen that said before as well on another live stream. That could be very interesting, actually.
I don't know how they'd fit out a whole season with a Luke story though. Like, I mean, if he was captured by the Tuscans or something, and
Yeah, we don't want
Obi
to
Wan
see
goes
more
to save him.
Tuscans.
No, no, I suppose that's about no, but I just I'd be hard maybe to fill six episodes with that
Yeah, because all you could
because he
really
was
do
never
like is
off world.
a gang and Mos Eisley takes him or something. I don't know. Yeah. Mick says I loved Rogue One, Brainsy, but never seen first Star Wars or second original in full. Go out and watch them now. Forget about this live stream, my friend. Only seen Return of the Jedi in full.
Ban Mick,
Kicked out.
ban Mick, block him.
Blocked. Be careful now, Connor. He'll block you again.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've to watch my P's and Q's.
Well, he can still hear you on this anyway. So, um, Jonathan said, "Yes, sorry, that's my thinking. Is both of the kid actors were at celebration." Hmm. Um, I will hand in my nerd card as a result. Bow's head. I don't know how you got a nerd card in the first place, but after not seeing the first Star Wars movies. Sai says I like her. She's a crazy bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
My own theory on her. I know we said we wouldn't go into theories, but I think she. Do you notice in the character posters? Have you seen the character posters for the show? All the
Oh,
Inquisitors, right? So like, there's a thing here on their eye, and there's a character in their eye, basically. And all the Inquisitors have Obi-Wan in the eye, and her character poster has Darth Vader in the eye.
ah.
So I'm wondering, right, and I'm gonna go full fucking speculation here, like, but I'm wondering was she in the temple and saw what Anakin did, and her target is Anakin, and she's kind of playing the long game to get close to him.
I don't know if she's. I agree. Yeah, I from that scene that we saw at the start, like I think that really hinted that Reva was one of those younglings
Mm,
in the temple. But I don't know if Vader is her. This is my theory, is consciously her target. I
mm.
think her hatred or anger is genuine for Obi Wan, but I think she's going to maybe learn the truth or remember something that makes her turn and realize that Obi Wan was the good guy and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
he just wasn't in the temple to save them.
Yeah, maybe she saw that, like, when he and Yoda got there late as well,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that could be it as well, like, I watched Revenge of the Sith a couple of nights ago as well. It's still fucking phenomenal.
Oh, great film. Yeah.
John said I preferred episode 3, Reva, to episodes 1 and 2. Felt way more Imperial backstabbing and plotting. Yeah, I like that she was the one that
Yeah.
delivered the message to Vader as well.
Yeah, yeah, and the car's going behind the rest of the
And
backs.
didn't the other guy didn't say I was talking to Vader as well after that?
Yeah, yeah,
You'd
that's
never
right.
know that was Han from Fast and the Furious, like, would you?
I did so many years since I seen it.
John said Chris Rock got slapped the stage, but Will Smith got slapped out of Hollywood.
It could be looking that way, Jonathan. Yeah, true.
It's all right. Johnny Depp will take all these roles now, anyway. The white ones, anyway. Um, better be careful. I think series 2 is going to be him. I think series 2 is going to be him dyeing his beard and learning to shout like a crate dragon to scare Tuskens away from his packed lunches. Oh, fuck me. Um,
There's 10 years or 9 years of a gap there. There is room to fill, but
mm,
like I said, I think for it to work, they have to go off Tatooine, off world,
yeah,
and
no more
I don't.
Tatooine.
As we know, I don't think Luke was ever off world, or was that hinted
No, he
in
wasn't.
Star Wars. So, I think if they try to use Luke for season
Mm,
2, it'll do the same thing. It'll restrict the storyline, and that
yeah.
would be my fear.
Yeah, because Luke is the one that's always looking to the stars, isn't it? From
Yeah,
so like he's definitely never been
trying
off
to
world
escape. Mm.
unless like Jedi deletes his mind or something. I don't know. It's not going to happen. But yeah, Jonathan says never
The
seen.
old Christian brother mind trick.
Oh, I think that was called the wooden stick.
The hurl.
That's it, the hurl. John said, never seen Empire Strikes Back in full. Explains so much about your subpar 7 fetish, Mick.
Straight in for the juggler, Jonathan.
Uh, Mick says, where's that black button again? I use energy. Oh, they're probably one of the most expensive, actually. G-Force says, my theory from the beginning is Reva sacrifices herself to save Obi-Wan. Yep, very possible. Make a control alt and delete. I have a problem, Jono. And then a fart emoji or a burp emoji. I don't know. Sai says, yeah, G-Force, definitely something like that. And a lot of wanking. He is on his own a lot. Oh, fuck me. Kenobi sock.
Kenobi sucker.
Oh. Smuggler says, I think Tubbs has possessed Brian. Jesus, no, not yet. Never, hopefully. I may say fuck a lot, but I'm not as twisted as he is. I actually like Brie Larson. The mix says fucking.
I just have images in my head now of Obi-Wan lying in his cave, force choking himself using his Kenobi sock, flagellating himself in the background.
Oh my
Thanks, lads.
God.
Do you know what?
It's Connor that's turned into Tubbs.
This chat, it's the chat that keeps on giving, isn't it? Huh?
I mean, like force wanking. That's a new one. How would the fans be about that one? Actually,
Force choking himself. He's into force fetish.
I can feel the force, and I can. Oh, you're going to wake up from a nightmare hearing that tonight. Unless series 2 is just a lot of showing why Leia at 19 is a trusted diplomat and Luke is a whiny little bitch.
No Luke bashing. My hero.
Brian always was. I'm not even reading the fucking that out. That's no, Chris. No, he's too small, and I wouldn't feel it. Oh, why did I say that? You're sick, Connor. Says G-Force.
It was the chat, G-Force. It wasn't me. It was where they were leading my mind.
See what I mean, Connor? It's the chat like that fills your brain with these thoughts. Like
they were
see now it was so bad.
Projecting those images into my head. They're sick minds.
Like when you're watching stuff like The Boys as well, it's not hard to imagine a lot of stuff.
Oh man, it's crazy, isn't it?
We're going to talk about that next.
Crazy town.
John Joker is here.
Hey,
how
JJ.
are you, my friend? Hey, everyone in the chat. He's at work right now listening. I hope you're enjoying the filth that we provide weekly. John said, Jesus, Connor, 61 episodes of Brian Tubbs and Bruno saying right mental shit, but you had to go one step further. I think he's trying to reach those heady heights that we set, like, or lows, whichever way you want to put it.
Look, Tubbs is not here. I have small shoes to fill.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. We didn't need the step ladder this week, which was great. Lobot says, at work, had to turn it around, turn it down after OBK ranking and force choke. Sorry, Lobot. Oh, God. Sometimes this chat does go that way, like, so.
It's terrible. Apologies, Lobot. I hope you have a nice evening, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. Mick says the chat has sunk to a new low. Well, Mick, you're in the chat, so you're probably the reason for it. John says, hey, John J. and Lobot. The chat was always a little too highbrow, Mick. This is where it belongs. Force choke wanks. Oh, G-Force has got the technical term. Force autoerotic asphyxiation. I think you invented a new kink.
Obi-Wan got there first.
It's probably out there already somewhere. Sai says, Off topic, some sorts on Love Island. Simon, I wouldn't watch Love Island if it was burned into my eyeballs.
Simon, there's a reason I'm up in the bedroom on this. It's on in every TV downstairs.
Oh God, such like we don't talk about reality TV on here, but lowest of the low that stuff. Mick says show has jumped to new heights now. Smuggler says, on behalf of all Englishmen, I'd like to apologise for Connor. I am saying nothing on that one. You're on your own there, Connor.
Lip sealed, lip sealed.
Lobot says, I will now. I have some ideas for when I get home. As long as you're in your own room, you can do what you like. Yeah, that's fair, Brian Z. Nothing's fair, Mick. G-Force, that sure explains Ray and Kylo's relationship. God, I hate the Rise of Skywalker more than any of the rest of them.
I just don't accept them. I don't recognize the sequel trilogy, so
Like,
doesn't exist in my world.
I really liked The Force Awakens, but The Last Jedi was bad. But I think it was still watchable. But The Rise of Skywalker ruined that and itself.
Yeah.
It made it worse somehow.
But the
By
thing about the Last Jedi was that there was a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, and he sadly passed away. And the last time I ever saw him, I bumped into him because I took the morning off work the day off work to go and see it because we know kids right now. I could just go and
Yeah,
enjoy it
yeah,
by
yeah.
myself. And I was walking out and I bumped into him, and I said, "Jesus Christ, what the hell was that?" And he goes, maybe it wasn't that bad. I was disgusted with him, and that was the last time I ever saw him. And I can
Oh,
never
really?
forgive the Last Jedi for that.
Oh, fuck.
That was my last interaction with him was what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, well, you can't blame yourself for that, obviously.
Yeah,
Shit movie in the cinema is a shit movie in the cinema, to be fair.
yeah, it was bad.
But like the thing, was it 10 minutes into it? Luke fucks the saber over his head, and I was like, "What the
Oh, I
fuck are
knew,
you doing?"
I knew from that. But I remember the Force Awakens. You remember they're on what was the planet? It wasn't Jeddah. What was the planet they were on at the
Jakku.
start? Jakku. When Finn meets Ray and they're in the market, and then the TIE fighter comes down and shooting at them, and they're
Mm.
running, and he grabs her hand, and she goes, "Stop taking my hand." I thought that was weird. That was weird. So that kind of it was from that point I started. That was a weird line to have in there. It didn't fit
That
into
that was
the
for
movie.
that was for the Me Too movement. I think that line.
Yeah, but I just remember again oblivious to everything. I remember it just not fitting in or not working for me, and I was thinking about it after. Little did I know what was to come. But anyway, moving on, moving on.
Like Kylo Ren, that opening scene with him down on that was Jakku as well, wasn't it? I can't remember, but anyway, that scene with him
Yeah,
and what's that old fella's name? That scene was fucking brilliant, and I was like, "Oh yes, we're going to get a good movie here."
mm,
When he stops the blaster with his hand,
yeah,
I was like, "Oh, I've never seen that. Had been done before with the Force." And then yeah, that was the good part.
yeah,
But yeah, so
yeah.
let's
Downhill
let's
from there. Yeah,
let's move on from there. The reason Connor is upstairs in his bedroom is he's watching Star Wars with Princess Leia.
sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I've got the DVD too. Hi, Jonathan Redmond and everything else. Still listening, but gotta get back to it. Thanks for dropping by, Lobot. Sorry,
Later,
yeah, we
Lobot.
you had to turn us down for a bit, but yeah, thanks for dropping by, man. Great to see you here. Jonathan says Force Awakens was good until all the plots set it up and left up in the air got totally ignored, and then they did that again after the Last Jedi for the next one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the fans got a. I think that was the first case as well of fan theories getting out of hand as well for like the
Um.
second one.
Yeah. Look. Sure. Look.
But
Just
regardless, they fucking
everything that
proved
happened
the
was
pooch
just
anyway.
negative. Yeah.
Sly says celebration 2022. No sign at all of any sequel stuff. It seems like the sequels are the poo stains and Gucci's undies. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think the success of the Mandalorian, I suppose you could call the success of Book of Boba Fett, and now certainly I think Kenobi's been successful. Will probably
They did
overwrite all the sequel stuff going forward.
they did say though, didn't they, that they're the next big movie is going to be around the sequel trilogy era as well. Kathleen Kennedy said
Yeah, but remember the X-wing film they were doing that was
Rogue
supposed to be
One.
sort of based on like a World War II fighter
Yeah,
film.
yeah, yeah.
That's been that. I think that they were talking about that being set around the sequel trilogy, but I think that movie's been scrapped.
That's been shelved because your one
Yeah.
made Wonder Woman 84 and it was an absolute ball of shit.
Mm.
Um,
So I don't think there's anything in the works at the moment, movie wise.
Jonathan says Max von Sydow. That was it. I always remember him from the Stallone Dread movie years ago. I am the law. Depends on whose poo stains there, Sonny. Could be Amber Heard's, like, to be fair.
By all accounts.
Miriam says, evening all. Evening, Miriam. Daisy Ridley. Yeah, she's a Daisy Ridley. Hi, Miriam. Everyone say hello to Miriam. Here's one for you. Quinlan is mentioned. Do you think there's a really well kept secret coming? My theory on him is Ice Cube and his son O'Shea Jackson haven't been in this yet, and they're both cast. So I'm
Oh,
wondering, are they playing like both playing him in modern day and a flashback?
oh, that's a good call.
Because they're the fucking image of each other. Like O'Shea Jackson played his dad in
Yeah,
the NWA movie.
straight out of Compton. Yeah,
There
great
you go.
film. Um, Possibly, but then I like the idea that we won't see him.
Yeah,
Insofar as it's okay to put a line of dialogue into a TV show where you reference something.
mm,
Because again, I'm going to go back to the original trilogy. There was loads of reference points. I fought in the Clone Wars. What was the Clone Wars? So
yeah.
I'm okay for everything not to be expanded out. But then, if we were to get Ice Cube and
It's like
O'Shea,
the MCU stuff, though, isn't there? There might be something referenced years ago in a film that comes to fruition now. Like
yeah, yeah,
everything leads
but
somewhere.
yeah, they can pull it off though the MCU for whatever reason. But just sometimes it's nice just to have, like I said, little lines of dialogue, little references.
Mm.
Not exactly Easter eggs, just references and move
Yeah,
on
like
with the
stuff
story.
happened.
Yeah, yeah. But then, of course, if we
A lot
get
of films
Quinlan, it
don't
would be
do.
awesome.
See, the problem is nowadays, like when shows and movies and stuff do that, and social media reacts, people are straight away, oh, dollar signs, we can do this, and
Yeah.
that's the problem. I think. Um, Jonathan says the post Return of the Jedi setting of Mando has definitely turned the merch sales for the franchise after the sequel sent him into a black hole of suck.
Yeah. Well,
I
certainly with the action figures, the first season of Mando, and they got those figures out fairly quick. Really kicked off the collector's fair again and brought a lot of
yeah.
interest into it, which was great.
Salacious is here. He says Irish A levels equals bad theories. Well, we did see a monkey lizard in a cage, which was always good.
We've got the stats to prove it. We shared
don't
the
don't
stats.
don't fuck with Connor. He's got numbers. So
In fairness, I'm glad to see Salacious spelt the letter A correctly. Well done, well done, you good lad.
he's just working his grammar next, like all those large and small words are very indecipherable. Da, da, da. Sai says Rick at left coast thinks we might meet Obi Wan's brother, Obi Two, maybe season 2. Yeah, I found that a strange one. That he
I
met
don't, but I don't think he's any memory of his family here. Would he?
No,
Would
he
he?
just said he remembered a brother, wasn't it?
Yeah. Would he even know what planet he's from? Or that'd be a real deep one to get into.
Yeah, deep cut. All right, like yeah, I think. Is there interest in him going looking for his brother who we've never heard about? to this point.
No, I don't. Like, what age is Obi Wan now? 30 or 40, and he's there. He's there. Hasn't shown interest. I don't. What
No,
would it achieve?
no. I don't know. I can't see that happening. Like then again, like they don't mention these things as we are just saying. They don't mention these things for nothing. Like I don't know. His
Yeah, but then
brother.
he was. I think he was trying to connect with the child as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it fit the story then there. But well, look, who knows?
I did like that line where he's like, "Oh," she's like, asked him straight out, "Are you my daddy?" He's like, "No, I wish I was." But people are like straight out, "Oh, he wanted to ride it. He wanted to ride Padme."
Yeah,
He's like, "That's not the fucking thing at all. He just doesn't want her to find out her dad is a fucking evil space monster, basically."
yeah. Again, trying to protect her.
Yeah. Jonathan says Sun plays a Clone Wars era character, and Ice Cube plays the current day version of the character. Yeah, like it's going to be interesting because they did say when all that racist stuff was going around, I think it was the Sun had up on Twitter, "Oh, y'all going to be mad when you see who we're playing. We're playing." Like so,
That'll
yeah.
be interesting now.
G4 says the well kept secret is Padme got plastered one night. Oh my god! And double teamed Annie and Obi. Luke is Annie and Leia's Obi's. That's why Vader can't sense Leia. Yeah.
No comment. G-force.
And they used G Force that night, I presume. Oh, I hate myself. Simon or Jonathan says, I don't know, Rick is pretty crazy, and nearly all Jedi would have family members. Yeah, sure. Anakin went back and slaughtered anyone that messed with his when he was like
Yeah,
14. I don't
but
know.
then I suppose he was older, taken
He was a
away
lot
from his
older.
family.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He is too old to be trained. G Force says, hey, Mark Shabby Geek. Welcome, Mark.
are you shabby?
Uh, Mick says, hi, Remy. Remy, I presume he meant. Comments, I got fucking mad. I have lost them. G4 says, hey, Shabby. Hey, Mark. Hey, and Shabby. Shabbos Geekus. That's his Asterix and Obelix name, I presume.
That's his Greek name.
Hey, all in the chat. I don't think Obi's brother was force sensitive. Yeah, because he said they would have taken him as well or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And Shabby just literally said the same thing. His brother wouldn't be force sensitive if he was. The Jedi would have taken him too. Jonathan says Obi-Wan is known for telling porkies when it suits him. Just saying. And the father of the child is not Darth Vader. I think season 2 is going to open with Kenobi and Vader in a brothel on Sullust after burying the hatchet, but Obi-Wan gets him a flaming puka and ignites the feud again. Oh, that would do it all right, wouldn't it?
That has to be episode 1 now, season 2. That needs to be canon.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to light the drink. G-Force's explanation still doesn't get rid of the incest in Empire. Nothing will.
No.
It's rampant, Chris. So yeah. So episode 4 is out tomorrow. We don't have to wait long to find out what happens next, thankfully. And whatchamacallit, Miss Marvel is out tomorrow as well on Disney. We briefly chatted about. Have you seen anything of this so far?
No, no. I'm sort of pretty oblivious to the whole Marvel thing until it actually comes out. Then some of them I'll go and see in the cinema or stream. I've watched all the TV's program, enjoyed them all because
Mm.
I don't have any of the knowledge or the
You're
backstories and
what
stuff.
was it? What was it? The word is this? A filthy casual.
A filthy casual, yeah, a Marvel virgin. So each one is a cherry pop for me, you know.
And Miss
But I
Marvel
have,
is basically. What are you going to say?
no, but I've enjoyed them all. I haven't because I'm not invested in the characters or the comics or anything. So everything that's come out, I've thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah,
I don't have any negatives to
I'd be
say.
the same with this one now because I know her origin story and I know what she does, whatever. but I don't really care. So like if it's good, bad, or indifferent, I
Yeah,
won't mind. But like I think it's going to lead into Captain Marvel too. Anyway, the Marvels because she's in that as well. Um, and she's just a
when it comes to Marvel, I just want to be entertained for an hour or two, and that's what I get. So
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm like looking forward to it because I have nothing riding on it basically. Like so, if it's crap, it's crap. I won't watch it again. But if it's good, it's something. Hey, a bonus, a new one. So yeah. Salacious says, "Is Connor pretending he's about to do some sport?" Sorry, Salacious. Took me about 20 minutes to figure out what that said there. Couldn't read your scroll.
it's my pajama top.
People still wear those.
It's all I wear. It's
Salacious
all I wear
Rum.
for the last 2 years.
Salacious Rum. Adidas is Irish for watching YouTube. I think we call it down here Addy Hash.
Addy House, yeah.
Why do some of the Inquisitors wear Cylon Raiders on their heads?
Yeah, funny enough now, you know the hat the guy wears, and you
Oh
see it
yeah,
a
yeah.
bit in Star Wars. But I was trying to, what's the point of that? Is it just a hat? Is it
Maybe
like
that's the shape of his
religious?
head or something
Yeah,
underneath it.
but it's a strange one. And then, of course, yeah, they've all got the blinking lights.
Well, he has that in the comics and in the cartoon as well. That
Yeah, yeah.
specific one. But yeah, like even the second sister in what's that game that I can never think of the name of? The last Star Wars game anyway. She has the kind of
Fallen
weird
Order, is
fucking
it?
Fallen Order, yeah, she has that weird helmet thing as well with the eyes. Yeah. I think they look cool though. I was reading I was reading the Darth Vader comic the other day. I went back and looked at it again where to see where they were introduced or whatever. And Darth Vader was training them and he just starts lopping off hens and fucking everything. And like, yeah, they're not good enough.
Yeah, funny now. I know I did enjoy them coming into Rebels, the whole Inquisitor thing. It was a good story, but then it does take away from the rule of two with the Sith and the Master and the Apprentice. So
Yeah, but
um,
see, they're not Sith though. They're just like
I know they're not
soldiers
Sith, but then
that can use
they had they,
lightsabers.
they had Force ability. They've lightsabers, so they're kind of the Sith
I
light.
get where you're coming from. Yeah, totally. Like, but I don't think any like they're all going to be gone anyway soon because they don't fucking last. Obviously, they're not in any of the older films.
Yeah, they run their course, I'd say.
Um, I think he used them for hunting Jedi basically because there was only two of them, so they couldn't. Mick says busting the old Marvel banjo string, Connor. Never bust your banjo string, Mick. Fucking hell.
Right, I think I
Uh,
have to change rooms here, Brian. Forgive me for 2 minutes.
yeah, go on. Sai says proper Reds wear Adidas. Isn't Adidas the Arsenal sponsor at the moment? Aren't you like New Balance or something? Jonathan says I'm looking forward to She-Hulk way more. Yes, totally. And they did work on the CGI as well. It looks a bit better. From there's like a Disney Plus trailer where she looks really good. G4 says Sith Padawans. Yeah, there isn't really Sith Padawans though, is there? There's only one, a master and a two, a master and an apprentice. Excuse me, I had to burp. But yeah, I like the Inquisitors, I like the idea of them, but it's fun seeing them all. They're all going to get done. Like so. Next, we're going to talk about the boys, episodes 1 through 3. If you've seen them, there's going to be some light spoilers here in the next few minutes. When Connor goes back on, we'll chat about the boys, and still have to chat about Stranger Things episode 4 or season 4 as well. Chris says, what about right at the end of the series? Ewan busts out of the toilet like Renton in Train Spotting, and it turns out he's been smoking space crack in his little concrete house. I can see that. No, Brian, Nike 115 for the Liverpool start. Whoa. Like I would £115, so that's like about €130. That is madness. Absolute madness. I think I paid like €30 for an Arsenal one last year. It wasn't an official one, but it was exactly the same. Um, John they said the boys sure know how to kick off a season. They sure do. Rolando, welcome to the chat, my friend. And Mick says there are stranger things in the chat, Briansy. They sure are. Many Demogorgons and Vecnas and whatever have yous. 11s and 12s. Everton shirts are 750. No, that's too expensive. I know what you're on about, but that's too expensive. Hey, Rolando. G-Force Racing, RIP Timothy. Who is Timothy? Or am I missing something here? Okay. So, where am I going? So, Rolando's here.
Hey, Orlando.
Mick says hi. Ruffle. Rolling on the floor laughing, lol, Chris. So, where was I? Everton shorts are 750, Chris just said.
Overpriced at 750.
Yeah, too dear.
Not worth it.
But
Wouldn't take.
Simon said £115 for the new Liverpool shirt. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that'll fly too well now in the city.
No.
If they put them in the shop for that price, we'll wait and see.
Hey, Rolando, size left. Rolando just says hello to everybody. Hello, Rolando.
Hey, Orlando.
So says Everton pay you to wear it. Couldn't pay me enough. Well, with all the pre-orders coming, you might actually. The Deeps Octopus. Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, of course. Now I know what you're talking about. G4.
That was
G-Force.
dark. That was
G4
dark.
said R.I.P. Timothy, and I was like, "The fuck is Timothy?" 750. So after getting shafted, does after getting shafted, does YNWA stand for "You'll never walk alone" after paying all those prices? Fucking hell!
Nasty.
You'll
The
never
internet,
wallet again.
the internet is a cruel beast sometimes, isn't it?
Sure is, especially if you're an Everton fan. Or Spurs. And yes, they made the Champions League, but they're still Spurs, so they won't do anything with it.
We'll have to get in
Sure,
first.
it's like handing a child an N64. You don't know what the fuck to do with it. Sure does, Christian. Mad in it. Rolando says Mark Shabby Geek, Miriam Lobot. Should get a Real Madrid shirt. I actually had one years ago. A Real
Cancel,
Madrid shirt.
exit, leave.
Block. Smuggler's Canyon. So everybody's saying hello to each other. Here, Rolando, Smuggler's Canyon. Rolando says hello to John Joker as well. So yeah, the boys, episodes 1, 2, 3. I think like I watched Stranger Things, I watched Obi-Wan, I watched a lot of TV shows across the last couple of weeks. And I think that like those 3 episodes went faster than anything I've watched in weeks.
Yeah, I flew through them as well.
Absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
That
Just
that
what a
first
start.
scene, though,
Yeah,
wow.
what a start. Just
Head for the prostate.
here's a little fella running up a Mickey.
So here's what you can really do with an Ant-Man character.
Yeah. Just turns MCU on its head. Like I didn't get what was happening at the start. I was like, what's going on here?
What didn't you get? He was like, go in my dick.
No, yeah, but he didn't say that. When he shrank down, I was like, well, what's he going to do here? Like, if he's that tiny. And next minute, I was like, holy shit, he's got his Mickey on the table. Your man runs in. I was, oh, jeez. And I quite, when he was in there, I was like, oh, something bad's going to happen here now. Now, I was thought he was going to have maybe his cock and balls blown off, but he just splits the guy in fucking
I thought
two
your
by
man was going to
sneezing.
drown him with fucking cum or something.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, fire him across the room. But Jesus Christ! Oh,
But he
and then
sneezed and
I just
I think
nonchalantly like,
the whole like thing of him just standing there, what the fuck, covered in blood,
and like they show everything. Your man there's guts out, just bleeding
falling
onto
out
the
all over the
floor,
place.
and it was just crazy. And it was brilliant to watch it.
It was so funny, and the fact that they like the only way they caught him was like to put him into a fucking bag of coke as well,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
was
just
ODing inside
give
of
a
the
quick
coke.
shake. That'll keep you quiet.
Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Yeah, like where do you go from there? Like,
But that's the thing. They started off so big, and I was wondering that. I was like, how are they going to start telling the story? And the direction they go then with Homelander, that he's sort of on the edge, and your man is playing it brilliant, where he's constantly smiling for the cameras
he's
and
fucking phenomenal.
just evil and
He's an
dark.
amazing actor, as we said.
Yeah, just so good. It's just again, it's not a franchise or anything I ever knew about or
Yeah,
knew
same.
existed. But I went in for season one completely blind, and someone said to me in work, actually, you should check this out. It's like if superheroes are assholes, and I was MCU'd out at that stage. Not more superhero crap, and
Wasn't
I
like the
remember
first
watching it. It
scene where
was
like A Train ran through his girlfriend or something,
explodes around the street like. Your man's left there just standing there covered in blood and guts.
or blood? Yeah,
Ju- I was like, this is different. And it's just been a whirlwind ever since. And I know some people were saying they didn't like season two. I thought it was
it was a
brilliant
bit
the way
slower, but I still enjoyed it.
it was slower, but they kept it current that your woman's leading all these, woke campaigns, and it turns out she's the fucking Nazi.
But
It's
she was brilliant.
just they turned the whole thing, the whole social media scene upside down on its head, and it's just I thought it was brilliantly written and played out by the actors. It was excellent. So I was really excited for season three, and then yeah, starts off with a tiny man running up a Mickey, so blowing a dude in half.
Like the scene, my favorite scene. I know that was funny, that first scene or whatever. Like my favorite scene is like Starlight is there to him. Oh, I'm going to release this video, and he's like, you know what? Release it. I like
Yeah,
being loved, but I don't mind being feared. First it'll be the White House, then it'll be the Eastern Seaboard, and just the way he delivers those lines is like evil, evil bastard. Like,
and just no, like I know we got Superman. He could do all the same things, but he was good. It was imagine having that power, that ultimate power that no one can stop you, and him sort of awakening to that he can have the world on his fingertips with just his powers, and no one can stop him or step in his way. And he just plays it so well. He's just even the CEO of trying to sort of go around him and make your woman the co-captain, and just doesn't give a shit. Like, just I'll win.
yeah, like that scene as well where is it A Train? He can't fucking run anymore or whatever. And he turns to him, he's like, I can see your girdle, you fat fuck.
Yeah,
It's so fucking venomous, like.
just takes him down about 20 pegs on the stage.
Yeah. And what
Oh,
you
it was
think? What you think
brilliant.
of Butcher getting the powers as well?
Um, yeah, funny enough, now I was wondering what powers he would get, and
It's
then
just the
he
eye
got
lasers. He can't seem to control them, and
yeah, gets the laser eyes, and just burns the top of your man's head off, and just the whole back end of the car in the one go.
your
Just,
man's brain just
you know,
wrong.
and he's got two more vials of that stuff, so there's more to come, and it's going to be as gruesome, as sick and depraved as the last. I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, sleeping.
Sleeping is here. How are you? But yeah, like it's just phenomenal. Like I can't give it any more praise than it's already gotten. To be fair, like
Yeah,
um,
no, it's well written, and even the scene where they go after the girl in the theme park, and she's from the other superhero team, and she
oh yeah,
fires the ball at them and completely misses them and hits the guy in in the suit, and just all the kids are sitting there candy floss.
like, and just to top it all off, like their version of Captain America is basically a pedo.
Yeah, yeah, Soldier Boy. Oh, well, that's what you call it.
Jensen Ackles.
They're insinuating that, but then your mom would say, no, he wasn't. He was just sort of beating the shit out of me or whatever else. Oh, it's no, it's just crazy good. I can't wait for episode 4, and I'm
Yeah,
I'm off.
it's kind of a balls now. You only got like one episode a week now. Like I'd have watched the whole thing the weekend if I had it. Like
Yeah, yeah. Oh, just great television.
Chris says, do you reckon Vader draws a salary?
Don't know. Does he
I
need
never
it?
thought of that actually. Does he need anything though? Of course he does, Chris. That suits an arm and a leg.
He's
Sorry,
got a castle, but I don't know. He'd probably
I
like a
expect
home with a
better.
better view.
Uh, Shabby says the boys have been superb so far,
Yeah, has shabby. Just been excellent.
gruesomely and brilliant. Jonathan says episodes 1 to 3 flew by. Crazy how much was covered, but nothing felt rushed. Yeah, everything was
Yeah,
done.
yeah. It was well paced.
G-force, I blocked that scene from my memory. Mick says blast one out, eh?
Well, G-Force, now you know where all our leprechauns went.
Yeah, up your sphincter. Jonathan said, can you imagine the set designers when first reading what they had to build for that scene? Prosthetic penis, please. Go to the prostate.
Go to the prostate.
Anthony Starr is fucking nailing it again.
Yeah.
Wasn't there some story about him with underage girls or something as well? That Anthony Starr,
Was there?
apparently, like, um, apparently, Hero Gasm is making an appearance this season as well. So it's not really a spoiler, but in the comics, there's like a convention that all the superheroes go to on their off time, and they basically just fuck everything that moves at this thing. So that's where the hero
Oh,
gasm thing comes from.
that'll be an
Do you think
episode.
do you think Stormfront is really dead? I think she's off being cyborged up. I don't know anything about the comics, so possibly. I'm not sure. Um, everybody just saying, "Hey, the
Maybe.
sleeping." Yeah, and the sequences with the deep having to eat the octopus. Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah. It was
I think
he
that's probably the worst part, the worst scene for me in the whole thing.
he's begging for his life, and it's just.
He's got a family.
Do you know of all the sort of messed up horror things and everything else, the only scene that actually ever made me want to throw up was in the sequel to Silence of the Lambs. The name of the movie escapes me now.
Oh, Red Dragon.
Hannibal. No, you know the
Oh,
one
Hannibal
Hannibal,
it was, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he has Ray Liotta sitting at the table, and he's
Oh,
cooking for them, and the camera pans up, and you can see he's out there cutting his own brain, and he starts feeding it to him. I was like,
he fried it up for him and everything. Like,
yeah, and I was getting. That's the only time ever I felt sick watching something. And when I was watching that scene with the octopus, I was getting the same
yeah.
heavy feeling. That's my
Oh,
friend.
feeling the fucking thing slapping him in the face and everything.
Yeah, sucking onto the side of his face. Please don't eat me, please. And then they showed the ink coming down the chin, which I thought that's a brilliant touch. That was
Oh,
excellent.
disgusting. Oh, yeah, like the deep, he's such a fucking creep as well, like, isn't he?
Join this
Everyone
little church.
riding your wand in, watching the fucking octopus moving. I was like,
Yeah,
ah, he likes the fishies. um, Jonathan says Giancarlo Esposito's line to Homelander of "It's your party, you can cry if you want to" had me cracking up. He's a fantastic actor as well.
yeah. He's in
Uh,
so much epic stuff now. When
yeah,
you
he's
think
in
about it,
everything that's good in,
he
in fandom at the
popped up in
moment.
Breaking Bad, and then he's brought Better Call Saul. He's in The Mandalorian. He's in The Boys. He's just nailing Hollywood now.
I love the line he gave at Celebration where he was like, they're on asking him about Grogu, and he goes, "I'm gonna squash that little bastard" to the live crowd. It was fucking fantastic. Shabby Timmy the Octopus. Too mad. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you back.
Hey,
Uh,
too mad.
the brain scene. Yeah, poor Ray.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Yeah, we kind of mentioned him last week. Ray Liotta passing on. Fucking horrible, really, isn't it? Such a good
but
actor and
yeah,
young
it's a
as well.
loss. He
But
was. He was great actor. Great stuff he was in.
So, like,
I
what
still
else have
think his
we?
best work was Copland.
Copland with Stallone, wasn't it? That was
Yeah,
fantastic.
he was brilliant in that. I just thought he was excellent in that film. Yeah,
It's
I
always
know
been
everyone knows
Goodfellas
him
for
for
me.
Goodfellas, but
I love Goodfellas. I've seen it too many times.
yeah, mm,
Narc is another great one as well, and I loved him in Blow as well when he's playing Johnny Depp's dad.
oh yeah, that was a good film.
He was such like totally offbeat character for him, like to be so
Yeah,
nice and understanding, and just feel sad for him, like he's so nice. Anyone else got a Winter Soldier vibe with the Russians taking Soldier Boy? Yeah, probably because like a lot of Two Mad says Anthony Starr is the highlight of the show for me. Fucking outstanding. But yeah, Jonathan, I agree. Like, there's a lot of what's the word similarities between like whereas the boys didn't just take those similarities and put it up to 9,000 basically. Narc is great. Never seen Copland before though. Oh, highly recommend it, Christian. It's a great movie.
great movie. Yeah,
Um, so like, what else do we have? Stranger Things. Have you seen Stranger Things season 4?
I binged the shit out of it. When
It's very
yeah,
long, wasn't it?
yeah, I think when did I start it? Because the kids actually they were like, "Oh, Dad, can we watch this together?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And the little shits went ahead without me and watched it. And so I what was I think it must have been last Saturday I started and I finished it off Sunday. I just ate it up. I just
Jesus,
lapped it up. It was just
blew through it.
yeah, it was just so good. It was just brilliant.
Uh,
And the way the way like the
highly
two
recommend it.
songs, then the Kate Bush song and the the past, the Dutchie, like all the kids are singing these old songs now, and it's just it means something to a whole new generation just from this show. It's just brilliant. They're just excellent writers. They really are. They've captured the essence of everything, and it's
See you later, Chris. He's
oh,
off.
see you, Chris. Night.
Thanks for dropping by, man. But yeah, like I think I might as well mention now, episode 4, the ending with the Kate Bush song, as you said there, the ending where she's running towards the fucking the portal or whatever it was. The intensity of that scene was
Yeah,
fucking hard going. Like I like so usually when a character's about to bite the dust, they usually like play a montage of the past or whatever. And I thought she was done then. Like the
yeah. It
Max, wasn't
was
it?
no, it was brilliant. And do you know what? Looking back, no other song would have worked.
No,
It was
no, it was
just
perfect.
perfect. It was just such a good choice. And then Max, as you says, running, and I felt every step. I was sort of, you're waiting for the portal to close, and she's trapped in that universe, and you're like,
Yeah.
ugh. It was just brilliant.
Um, things that, like I loved it, right? But there's one thing I didn't really like, and that was the whole Hopper thing in Russia. It's like I seen someone on a podcast earlier saying that it's like he stayed over in Russia after they stopped filming Black Widow and had a shave, and then just straight away finished that, filmed that.
It's
But
funny, yeah,
yeah, the
funny.
whole
I
thing,
was thinking of Black Widow when I was watching it,
yeah.
and I
So,
was thinking like he's with all these other actors because the one like everyone just shot all over Black Widow and as a movie, and I thought it was
I
okay.
didn't mind it.
I know the story about the sort of the city in the sky or your man's thing in the sky was a
That was shite. Yeah,
bit far fetched or whatever else, but I liked it. The only negative I had was the fake Russian accents, which I think
Ray
t-
Winston.
took away from the actors that
Yeah,
what they were
yeah, yeah.
portraying. Where if they just had their own accents, I thought it would have been better.
Yeah,
But
they should have committed to one or the other, not fucking switched between.
yeah, I just don't think it worked for it. I think I was watching then Stranger Things, and there's all these brilliant actors, and they had all those Russian actors with perfect accents. It's just brilliant.
Like, I do like the guy who was the prison guard. He was in Game of Thrones, I think, as well. He was the faceless man.
The faces, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he's excellent. I
Excuse
like
me.
him in anything he's in. But that whole thing, they could have definitely cut that out, like, and I wouldn't have
Yeah,
liked
but I suppose as well because they've expanded the cast so much, they probably had to put Murray and or what's the
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder's character now is Jane,
Mike's
is it?
mom.
Yeah, they had to put them somewhere, I suppose. And
They had that with a lot of the characters. Though, like, there's a lot of bloat, I think, because like they sent Mike and what's the other guy, Finn Wolfhard, to send him off to like find Dustin's girlfriend to find
oh yeah,
something.
in Idaho
I
or
didn't even know what
fucking
was going on with it after a while. Like, I was like,
yeah,
no, go
some
back to the rest of it.
but then
Yeah.
there's still more to come. So I suppose they all end up back in Hawkins and trying to defeat the demon.
Vecna.
Vecna, that's it. Yeah,
His backstory was fucking incredible, though.
yeah, and I sort of yeah was afraid I didn't know how much to say, but that last episode,
It's
the
been
way
out
they
to a
tied it
great
all in,
story.
like, was just fucking brilliant.
Like the sort like I kind of got like they mentioned I think maybe in the first or second episode about number one being dead, and I was like, oh, I bet you he's fucking the villain. But that even then that's not full reveal, like
Yeah,
like whereas in more shows you get to reveal that's it. But there's a couple of different things as well. Like he was your man's son. He was the guy in the thing helping 11 as well.
funny. I thought I had a feeling he was number one, and I was
Blondie
like,
dude.
yeah, I was like, oh, maybe they just broke him, and he just exists in this institution now, or whatever else. But it'll probably come out that if she doesn't escape, she's going to end up like him. I had
Mm.
no idea where it was going to go. That he became Vecna, and his fight with her opened up that universe, or that the portal first of all to the Upside Down, but then
Yeah,
pushes him in, and it engulfs him with its evil, and he becomes this evil creature with all that power. Like, I was just totally unexpected. And like I said, I was like, he's number one, and I thought when he was helping her escape, I thought that's where it was going to come out, and then thinking I was clever and had sussed the storyline, and I had it, I've nailed this. My another one of my geniuses got a no, punch from the side. Wasn't expecting it.
I
Was
think
excellent.
straight like when she pulled the thing out of his neck, which I presume was like a thing for stopping his power or something. When she did that, I was like, "Oh, this is the guy, isn't it? He's one." Like, and then he comes back. She comes back, and like all the kids are dead. And it just tied up so well. Like it was done so well.
And yeah, and as you said, tying up all the way back to the season one and that hole into
Why the
to the
fucking
upside
upside
down.
down is even open?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and all I could think of, when the four of them go into the upside down and they're getting attacked by the bats and shit. All I could think was this would be a fucking amazing Ghost Rider movie. 'Cause, yeah, like they've all like if you've read a Ghost Rider comics, there's all like creatures and stuff in his version of hell. And if
All
they did a
right.
Ghost Rider movie, oh, I would be so happy. But yeah, Stranger Things, like there's two episodes left. I think one is an hour and 20, and the other is 2 hours and 40 or something like that. Something mad like that, anyway.
Yeah, because I saw Stephen King. It was written up more of a storm in a teacup than it was, but Stephen King seemingly just said, "Oh, it's kind of lame the way it's broken up into two
Yeah, I
parts."
saw that. All right.
And he used the word lame, but he was literally talking about the break in the season. And the writers came back on Twitter saying, "Don't worry, Stephen, we're still making it, but it's on the way." So there must be parts and
Yeah, they're not
just in
finished it. Yeah, yeah.
post production or something. But it was
But
nice the way they came back. There wasn't any sort of backlash or sort of it was just it was a respectful response. But it wasn't like, I mean, it wasn't even that bad what he said.
um, in the comments, two minutes says I recommend watching Banshee if you haven't already. Anthony Starr's best role, in my opinion. Yeah, my girlfriend's aunt, she was giving us DVDs of it there at one point, and I didn't have a DVD player anymore, so I'll have to find him somewhere. Um, Jonathan's, yeah, Banshee is an amazing show, so very underrated. All the guys saying goodbye to Chris. Just go through them. G Force, Smuggler's Canyon. Jonathan, yeah, I thought Max was going to die. Really had me going. Yeah, that was the intensity of the scene. I thought she was done for, like, because they haven't killed any of the main kids yet, have they? Somehow.
No, no,
Two Mad says saw Stranger Things 2. Absolute masterclass work from the Duffer Brothers.
yeah,
Sai says, got to watch season 3 yet. Pissed off when they killed Sean Austin. I'll catch up. Just forget you heard any of the last 10 or so minutes. So,
Oh, sorry, sorry.
yeah, I don't know what effect it is. Yeah, lads, TV has been great this week. Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, Obi-Wan, Stranger Things, The Offer, and The Boys.
Oh,
I
the
haven't
offer. I must
watched.
look into that one.
I haven't watched Star Trek now, to be honest, or The Offer.
I
I
watched
think
the first episode of Star Trek and the Strange New Worlds that Shabby's talking about there.
this
Now,
is
I
the
was a
Anson
huge.
Mount one, is it?
What's that?
Is this the Anson Mount one?
Is he the actor? Is he
Yeah, the guy that plays
plays Pine?
Blackbolt.
Um,
He was in Hell on Wheels as well, I think.
I'm not sure now of his name, if that's him or not. But the guy that's playing Captain Point, Pike, he's a brilliant actor. He's great charisma. He's just right for the role. But I'm just not feeling it. And this might sound bizarre, but I said I'm going to hold off till I watch the Orville,
Mm.
and then I'll get the feeling for Star Trek, and I'll go back and watch Star Trek.
And the Orville is kind of a spoof, like, is it? That's Seth
No, but
Green and
here's
all
the
that.
thing, right? It is and it isn't. They do it right. They do it brilliant. If you watch the Orville, it actually feels like a modern take on Star Trek.
Hmm.
It feels more. The Orville is more Star Trek than any of the modern Star Trek that's come out.
'Cause I know the one that was on Netflix was it Discovery or something that got panned
Yeah,
badly.
I watched the first two seasons of that, and I just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't well written. They were trying to tie up all the legacy arcs
Yeah, you
into
see, like
this.
you shouldn't be doing like. I suppose that's what Star Wars are doing at the moment as well.
Yeah, well, I suppose, but
Joyce, there we
Star
go.
Wars got away. Oh, Joyce, thank you, Tom. Yeah, fucking brain fart. But yes, but that's how bizarre it is. I'm waiting to watch the Orville to get my Star Trek feels on to go back and watch Star Trek
That's a good way of thinking about it, actually.
because I watched the first one and I just wasn't feeling it. And I don't want to say that because the actors are all really good in it, and I'm hearing great things about it. So I thought I'd actually, to enjoy Star Trek because I was a huge Star Trek fan. Because I remember coming home from school and Sky were rerunning it. It was obviously in
Used to be always on, yeah.
synchronization at 5 o'clock, I think it was on. And I'd come
Mm.
home from school every day and I'd watch an episode and I caught right up. And then the new one was on once a week. Then in the evening time, I
Deep
loved
Space
it.
Nine.
But I just no the so sort of there was I think there was 8 seasons of Next Generation, so sort of the
Ah, yeah.
first 4 seasons, and then I was watching from then, and then I just transgressed into Deep Space Nine. Loved that. Voyager I didn't really enjoy. I kind of fell out of it from there. So as a big Star Trek fan, I want to watch it. I want to watch Strange New Worlds. I want to get into it, but I think I need a shot at the Orville in the arm to
Into me
get the Star
veins.
to get the buzz on to go back and watch it. If that makes sense, I know that sounds bizarre.
I'm gonna shock you now, but I have like Star Trek is like Doctor Who for me. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
Like
I'm with you with
it's
Doctor Who.
probably because I think this is the reason. Because when I was like, we'll say 4 to 10 maybe in the evenings, I used to stay with my grandmother, and rain or shine, no matter what the fuck else was on, Star Trek was always on at 5 o'clock, and I wasn't allowed to watch anything else. So I was like forced to watch it. So maybe
Forced
that's
into
why
it.
maybe that's why I never liked it. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I
but
love
then
I love the
grow,
actors and stuff like.
growing up, we had the start the original series re-shown on TV, and then the Saturday morning they had the animated one,
I remember that
and
as well. Yeah,
I enjoyed that. So sort of, yeah, it was always there for me. So yeah, I was always a big Star Trek fan. So
I always found it I don't know, kooky or something compared to Star Wars.
but I like the differences. That's to me that was
I
where.
liked Battlestar Galactica as well, though. Actually, now that I think of it,
Oh man, I was loved Battlestar Galactica, and the
that was
new
like
one
hardcore
was
Star
great as
Wars.
well.
um, Jonathan says I figured 01 was the guy helping 11, but not that he was Vecna.
Mm,
Two Mad says one thing I don't understand is how the actual fuck Dr. Brenner survived that Demogorgon impaling him unless I missed something.
Yeah, that's one they're going to have to probably try and
Mm,
explain. Or do you know what? That's probably the biggest problem with modern stuff nowadays. You try to explain, just don't explain it.
let it
Just
lie.
let it lie. Sometimes you just have to let something slide for the story to go on, and I'm okay with that.
Jonathan says, I have to give it to Netflix. The CGI for Stranger Things season 4 was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was.
I think they gave them all the remaining budget of the few subscribers they have left.
Yeah,
Left
yeah.
Coast, how are you,
Oh,
my
hey
friend?
Rick, how you doing?
What's shaking? Sup, Rick? Any Bigfoot sighting in here? No, usually we've got tiny people in here, but we've got Connor tonight.
Two big
Uh,
feet,
you know what to say about big feet, Connor? Big socks.
big shoes.
Yeah, shoes. Well, shoes also. That's handy when you're going outside. Hi,
Do you
Jonathan
know what?
Chevy.
It's not because I have to walk into I walk into a sports shop and I don't say, "Can I get those size runners, please?" I have to say, "What have you got in my size?" And they come out with some god awful pink fucking pair and I say, "Is that
Oh,
it?" They go, "Yeah, I'll take them."
it's tough having big feet.
You get them on sale. You can always get them on sale.
John to say, yo, left coast. And Sai says, I skipped it, hold on. You know, Rick, there is. I've seen a shabby foot somewhere in here. Too mad, smugglers, G Force, nothing, nothing Hill. Make you come out with the fucking weirdest shit, I'll be honest. Like, tiny feet is something else. Well, tiny feet, you have to stand closer to the oven, I've heard. Rick, you missed it. You missed all our wild theories. Scroll back in the chat. Oh, don't scroll back too far because you have to be careful what you might see. Too Mad says, if they explain it, I'll be absolutely fine with it. I love his character, but does my fucking head in when shows just skip by big plot holes. Too Mad says, sup, left coast, what kicks? Left coast, or Connor with his big shoes. uh, the big feet, big shoes, God. Mick, we're not going down that direction again. Don't worry. I wasn't going to say anything else, but anyway. So, like, there's only a few more things we're going to chat about before we head away. Did you know there was a new Beavis and Butthead movie coming out
No, is there?
at the end of the month? Yeah, on Paramount, and the
How?
trailer looks insane.
But like, oh,
It's
I just
called
don't see the
Beavis and Butthead
relevance
to the
for
Universe.
the new like the new generation. I just don't think they get it, will they? They just,
Yeah, I don't know. I think
you
it's more
know,
for us though.
do you know what? It's probably going to be a roaring success. Let it.
But did you
Um,
see? Did you see the last one years ago? Like
Years ago,
there,
yeah,
there's
but
like
it was a
literally a
one and
scene
done
like
now.
straight from that in it in the trailer. You should go check it out. It's fucking funny even.
I must have a look. Like, but even thinking back to the show, like the two guys just sitting on the couch.
Beavis.
He said sucks. Just be sitting there
Oh,
laughing.
like it's yeah, it's so funny. Like it's stupid funny. Like when I don't mind stupid funny at all.
No,
But
no, you need it now and again.
speaking of stupid funny, actually, I watched Nicolas Cage's new movie last night. I can't think of the name of it.
I've heard good things about it. A few people said it's worth
It's
a
the one
watch.
where he plays himself basically. And if you're any fan of Nicolas Cage at all, you will love it. It's fucking hilarious. It's totally like tongue in cheek, like so he's
I
basically
must.
like going. He's looking for work, like in it, and every so often a younger version of himself will sit next to him and be like, "What the fuck you doing, man? You're Nick fucking Cage." He's like, "Yeah, I'm Nick fucking Cage." It's so fucking
Ah,
funny.
I'll have to check it out
It's
because
so good, man.
I
It's
will
on the,
fight it.
the
I will
special
fight it.
channels.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Irish TV channel,
Yeah, that's the
special
one.
Irish TV channel. Uh, I'll fight to the death for this one, but Con Air is one of the greatest films ever
Oh,
made.
you will fucking love the opening scene out of this film, man.
It's got everything. Con Air,
Put the money down.
it's a classic,
I fucking love it as well. Um, what's his name?
and it's got Colin Meaney in it as well. It's got
Playing the
everything.
child killer in it. The guy, what's his name? Ah, he's in Reservoir Dogs as well, where he starts singing the whole. We've got the whole world in his hands.
Oh, Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi, that's just he's just so good in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got like Pedro Pascal is the other main actor in it as well.
All
The
right. Okay.
Mandalorian. He's like a super fan of Nicolas Cage, and that's all I'm saying. But
Right. I
I
have to
checked
check that
out
out.
I checked out that one you were talking about as well. We Own This City. The
It's so good.
I watched the first two episodes.
Yeah.
Man, John Barenthal can do anything.
Yeah. He's so good, and everyone's talking about the actress overplaying, Riva overplaying and over the top, right? But there you have him doing it, and it's just brilliant, and it works for that character. So
Mm.
sometimes overplaying a character is needed in the story, and
Oh,
it's just.
definitely, yeah.
And what's mental is The Wire was so good, and this is set in Baltimore, based on a true story. It's effectively
It's
The
yeah,
Wire.
The Wire in real life, basically.
Yeah, it's so good, and there's only 6 episodes. That's the one thing. Now I was like, oh, I was gutted when it ended because I was
And
really
does the
enjoying it.
story like end by episode 6?
Um,
Like, is there a chance for a second season?
the fact that it's based on real events,
Yeah, that's what I was
no,
kind of saying. Like, so
but it's the story of, I suppose, corruption in American City. There's probably there's probably plenty more stories to tell like it are similar to it.
yeah, but yeah, he's like myself and Tubbs were talking the other night about The Walking Dead and the actors that came out of it, and like Rick,
Mm.
the guy that plays Rick Grimes, he's been in nothing since he left the show, and he was the lead
Yeah,
actor for 9 seasons or whatever it was. I think now he's in some horror thing in Netflix, but it's only like they're only like short films. It's like an anthology thing. But like the guy that played Shane, obviously John Barenthal or whatever, he's been brilliant in everything he's been in since, and he was only in for 1 season.
and then Dale. Do you remember Dale in season 1 and 2?
He was in like The Mist or something before that, wasn't he?
But he's in Billions. I don't know if you watch
I
Billions.
don't. I don't.
You know what? It's brilliant. It's all sort of like chess between the big investment fella and
I think my dad watched it actually.
but he plays the guy's dad. He plays it brilliant. He's just such an asshole.
And
Oh,
your one
oh,
that plays Andrea was in The Boys as well. The blondie
was
one.
she?
She's like Soldier Boy's woman
No way, that's
that's
her.
doing the show that time. Yeah,
Oh my god, I never copped that.
yeah.
But I've got another suggestion for you when you're finished. We Own This City, and I only finished watching tonight. Pistol on Disney Plus. It's
I've
on
seen it.
Star.
I've
Oh,
seen it
have you
all.
seen it? Oh my god, it's so
It's fucking
fucking good.
brilliant.
Like such a fucking story, but the music is just fucking brilliant, and
How
it's
fucking good is the casting though? The
oh
guy that plays Johnny
excellent.
Rotten, my god.
He's so good, and not only the way he speaks, and he just
It's
has it
just
down to a T.
mannerisms, everything.
Yeah,
Like,
but the way he just moves on stage and holds the microphone crouched over, and yeah, and the eyes when he when he's looking at you.
yeah, he definitely studied tapes upon tapes upon tapes of him. Like, because there's
And
no
it's
other way.
great the
Like,
way the story kind of focuses on.
the
Everyone knows
band.
Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious, but it kind of focuses on the guitar player, the lesser known member of the band, say,
Mm.
and tell. It's just so good, so good. Danny Boyle is back.
Shabby or Sai says Shabby's wife Jen has the smallest feet in the world. She shoe shops at Polly Pockets. Um, Too Mad says new Beavis and Butthead. No fucking way. Yeah, it's called Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. It's out before the end of the month actually on VOD, so it'll be on the Irish channels, I presume.
the, the special Irish TV channel.
Jonathan said I give zero fucks about that new Beavis and Butthead movie. Shit's long done at this point. Hey there, Rolando. Smuggler says Beavis and Butthead 2. To be fair, I've no issues watching two idiots on screen. Thanks, Christian. I mean, like, what stream were you watching that there was two idiots on it?
Wow, wow, Christian, just wow.
Conair is fantastic, says Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Too Mad, the special channel, aka torrent server said, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you, Connor?
Don't know what you mean.
Sai says, Sai been watching a really funny Irish show called The Young Offenders Mental. The Young Offenders is brilliant.
The only problem with that, so is it should have been set in Limerick.
It should, yes,
It should have been
100%.
set in Limerick.
And fuck those guys also because I went for an audition for that and I didn't get called back. So
How did
fuck
you
those.
know?
But
Brian, you're just too respectful looking. That's how you
the
know.
two they
Too
got were
respectful.
fantastic though. But
Yeah.
yeah, like a show like that set in Limerick would be fucking amazing. Smuggler says Con Air, The Rock, and Face Off,
Yes.
the Cage trilogy for Kings.
Yeah.
One, two,
Three
three.
classics there.
And they're all like mentioned in that fucking new film.
Wasn't there talk of doing a Face Off too there
There
recently?
was a reboot, yes. I don't know, leave it alone. Like,
Yeah. Just yeah. It was brilliant, but I don't.
and you know, they were saying for a good while that The Rock is like an unofficial James Bond sequel for Sean Connery.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Because
It's
he had a
really cool,
retirement.
like. Lord of War, Face Off, Snake Eyes, not the Bees,
That's a
The
piece.
Wicker Man.
Lord of War is
Fucking
good, actually. Yeah.
Cage's best film for me is Leaving Las Vegas, acting wise. He was absolutely phenomenal in that, where he's playing like the alcoholic.
Yeah. Jeez,
Gone in
that's
six,
yeah.
Gone in 60 seconds because I love cars. That's amazing as well. Torrance, lol, that's so 2005. LimeWire says Mick. My God,
LimeWire. Yeah. 3 days
Napster.
to download a song.
Oh, get off the phone, ma'am. I'm downloading. Oh, Lord of War, yes, Mick. Christian
Yeah,
Two
good
Face
show.
was our face off was awesome, and the chat has jumped. That's how the best actors act. They're thought that. I think Reva's badass. Do you guys
Yeah.
know what she acted in last? Across from Denzel Washington in a play of Hamlet. Hamilton, I had in my head for some reason. But that was her last acting job. So if anyone says she can't act, they're talking through their
Oh, she
asshole.
can act. Jesus. Brilliant. Yeah. No, you're
Wicker Man,
right,
not so
Rick. She's
much.
badass.
Like, what? Not the bees.
Not the bees.
Christian Fandom Geek, how are you? What's up, peeps? Howdy, folks.
Howdy, Christian.
Welcome to the show. Two mates said you mad, Jonathan. Everyone uses them and dodgy boxes. Dodgy boxes, yeah, I know those well.
Don't know what you're talking
Christian
about.
says, let's not forget Teachers, great series, and of course, Love Actually. Yeah, Andrew Lincoln. Oh my God. But another one as well is the guy that plays Dexter. I can't think of his real name, but he's brilliant. He's brilliant in that as well, and I haven't seen him in anything else.
I've never watched Dexter. Everyone said it's brilliant.
Like season 1 to 4 is fantastic. Did you foreigners get Peacemaker yet? Yeah, I watched that months ago. Peacemaker, incredible.
We got Peacemaker actually an hour before you did.
Unofficially.
That's how good our special Irish TV channel is.
Yep. Jonathan says that nearly seems to be always the case with actors on big TV shows. 1 minute they're huge stars, and next no sign of them. New Battlestar Galactica, Stargate, and most Trek shows. 2 minutes says anybody watching Better Call Saul, fucking raging having to wait for the second half of the final season. It's absolutely amazing.
I'm watching it too, man, and I'm really enjoying it because I've watched it from the start, and I didn't realize they were splitting the seasons. And I went to look then for the next episode and found out why it wasn't on. I was absolutely
Ah,
devastated that they're breaking it because they need to keep like they should have kept them waited to keep that momentum up, and particularly the way it ended. The last episode, it was stupid to end it on such a cliffhanger and make people wait.
but
But
is there a break
still,
because of his health issues? Didn't he like have a heart attack or something at one point?
oh, is that what it is? I didn't realize that.
No, I don't know. Is that the reason? But he did.
I no, because I didn't even know there was a break in it. I literally either I can't remember now because Jesus, the days are just phasing one to the other for me at the moment. But it it was either this week or last week. I went to watch the next episode and it wasn't up. And I done a quick search and it just said
They should
they
fucking
were
tell you when
breaking.
that stuff is happening, though. Like, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I probably would have waited because it's not something that's
Mm.
going to get spoiled on you because it's not sort of heavily discussed on Twitter or
Mm.
social
Yeah.
media. So I probably would have waited. The way I'm kind of going to hold off now for the Orville to watch all the episodes together.
Rick says, watch Strange Brew for some Canadian goodness. I'm going to write that down.
I'll have to look that one up.
Um,
Is that like Trailer Park Boys?
Trailer Park Boys is so funny.
That's Canada. That's the way all Canadians live, according to
Or
my
Terrence
my
and
he-
Phillip in South
my
Park.
my head canon for Canada. Rick just walks around with a glass of rum and coke all day, and more power
Kids
to
in
you,
the Hall
Rick.
from Eric. Yes, Shabby, you're correct. Macbeth, it was. She did the play. I don't know why I had Hamlet in my head. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Like,
Because
kids,
we were forced to learn that foreign muck brine. It was rammed down our throats, right? That propaganda, that Shakespearean
it was
propaganda.
Romeo and
They
Juliet
made
for
us
me.
later.
I had to learn. Kids and SCTV are classic here. I was implying to Sai. Kids in the Hall from Eric. G4 says it irritates me when people say someone is overacting. That's what acting is. No, I get that. I get the whole overacting thing. People do ham it up sometimes. Um, Manda Fananga says, Todd, if you want to see overacting, check out a USR on Friday nights. Oh, no, we will not have any dissing of any other fine live streams on here
And I never miss it. I
because
love it.
we're all from the same thing, same community, and yeah, I never miss it either unless I have a concert to go to like last Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And whole drinks.
Saul is one of the best shows ever.
It is, Rick. It's brilliant.
Sai, whoever could you be referring to? Uh, Manda Fanaga's here all week.
Ba-dum-psh.
All week. Left Coast said they had to stop filming due to the pandemic, which makes a lot of sense also.
Oh, okay.
Strange Brew is a classic from the 80s. The 80s have come out with some mad shit though. Too Mad says, don't think it has to do with Odin heart attack. Could be some more editing to do, but honestly, we have to wait until July 11th, which is an absolute joke. It's brilliant so far though. Love Lalo. Now,
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's so good.
it could be a thing where they're like pushing it out so they can get another month of subscriber money as well. That's a very horrible way to look at it. But
Possibly.
it's what they're doing with Stranger Things as well, like, so could be something in that. Um,
But did they rush Stranger Things to match up with Kenobi?
they shouldn't
And
have
is
done
that
that, I don't think.
no? No, I kind of think Stephen King was right because I would have preferred to sort of finish
If they
watching it.
no, I'd have went the other way actually. I would have released it weekly because looking at how the episodes went and how social media reacts to weekly shows, can you imagine the buzz about Stranger Things if you were like new episode every week?
Oh yeah, but don't break the season.
Yeah, at least that way
Yeah,
then you'd lead up
mm,
to July and then yeah,
yeah, because The Walking Dead obviously, and I don't know why I still watch it because
I
I
gave up.
feel I just feel I have to finish it now because I've been watching it for years, and
Is there many episodes left now?
it stopped on episode 10 or 11 or something there, and so I don't know how many's left of
That's the
this
final
last
season,
season.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm literally watching it saying, "Come on, Jesus Christ, get
I
on with it."
tried I tried to jump back in on the whole community thing, but I've read it in the book, so I was like, oh, just couldn't be arsed with it. Like,
Yeah, I read the books up till they got to Alexandra because I was buying the bulk issues,
mm,
and I just sort of I lost interest in the books then, and kept on with the series. But I'm really
I
struggling
think
just
the
to get to
books
the
are a
end.
lot better. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
they made some stupid decisions early in the show. I think that's cost them now with Andrea and a few other big characters. Mick
you
Holland
tell them, Mick. You tell them.
in Leaving Cert, yeah, fucking Shakespeare garbage. Hate it. I actually didn't mind Romeo and Juliet though because the movie was okay and it had Leonardo DiCaprio in it. He's- um, totally like Trailer Park Boys, but the OG comedian, beer drinking, toke wearing, hockey playing hosers. And Christian says, "Don't all Canadians wear red uniforms, tan hats, and ride around in horses and sing that
they
song?
do in my
I'm
head
not
canon.
free." Beachcomber was a TV series just like The Littlest
Oh,
Hobo.
I loved the Beachcombers and I loved the Littlest Hobo. I am. I do listen to the theme tune of Littlest Hobo every now and again on YouTube. I love it. It's great. It really cheers me up. They were two great. They were two great shows.
That's what I heard, Christian, and looking for maple syrup. Oh, it's going this way, isn't it? That's Boulder Canyon, G-Force, and Bigfoot.
And Bigfoot, yeah.
And Mick says, "What's that about?" I've never heard a Canadian person talk like that. It's definitely like the way they say we all have leprechauns over here. Generalizing, that's the word I was looking for. Occasionally
Stereotypes.
apologizing, probably for apologizing too much, eh? Canadian bacon. Sorry, eh? Two Mad says Kenobi actually tried to overshadow Stranger Things by moving from Wednesday to Friday. I'm pretty sure. Shame it didn't do a good job. Also saw Stranger Things chats. Haha, love Kenobi so far though. But that's the thing. Like the opening weekend when it came out, it was everything was Stranger Things, and now nothing until the next thing comes out. The next part
Where,
comes out.
yeah, where if it been kept weekly, they would have kept
They would
momentum
have
up.
kept
And
it. Beachcombers is the best thing ever to come out of Canada. Been all downhill since then. Sorry, there's a voice keeps on calling me.
that's the one. Down the road is where I'll always be.
Not sure, like they're like twins. They both said the same thing. Oh, my
They
cousin's
like to
from
finish each
Canada.
other's sandwiches.
Even if it's a bit soggy by the time it gets over from America. My cousins all say aboot.
A boot.
Sorry, twin power. Twin powers unite. Oh God, it's like a bad transformer. Like if you combine them, what happens?
Richard Con. It's a
What?
combiner.
You don't have leprechauns over there? Well, Tubbs is one, like, but he'll never admit it.
How did the whole leprechaun thing ever become popularized? Because it's not even discussed over here.
No, I don't know.
I know, like you
Here's
don't.
your pot of gold. I don't know.
I don't know. We've much better stories, like Hugh Cullen.
Yeah, to kill the hound with a hurl and a ball. There's an actual comic. Someone wrote a comic. Will Sliney wrote a comic of Cuchulainn. I had the trade paperback of it.
Oh, it's a
It's
great
bas-
story.
it's basically He-Man in Ireland.
Well, my name translates into lover of hounds, which is I like to remind my wife of that a lot.
I don't know what my name translates. I think mine is an English name actually. Brian. Where I live though, Carnan, it roughly translates to big hill.
Big.
And it is a big fucking hill because I'd cycle up it every fucking couple of days.
Oh Jesus!
Um, a real shame that Moses Ingram is getting racist and abusive comments. Yeah, it fucking sucks. Like, but I think it happens every time there's a big show like this. That
But okay, can I be honest here?
go for it.
It's an isolated section of the
Yeah,
global
it's not all.
community. Like it does stem from one country more than others. We could say all this negative hype and everything else because
Mm.
I'm not seeing it from sort of European or
Just
maybe
say it, Connor. Stop tiptoeing around it.
so fucking Yanks. but
There we go.
but it's crazy. Like I mean, I'm sick of it. Like no matter what happens, everyone has to take a stance. Everyone has to take a side. There's no middle ground. Like it's
Mm.
everyone just
I don't
calm the
mind.
fuck
I don't
down.
mind splinters. I would sit on that fence all day long for you.
Yeah, but I just don't like. It's like no one forms their own opinion. They take a side, they take a stance,
Mm.
and this is the side I'm on, and it's just like just calm
Almost like
down,
the
just
Sith and the Jedi.
watch the show and feel like you're just an 8-year-old kid again, and just enjoy it, and just
Yeah.
calm the fuck down.
Like I don't. I like it's the same when they change the race of a character in an MCU show or something like that. It's all this faux outrage bullshit that they put on YouTube and Twitter just for fucking clicks.
Yeah,
I hate it. It's fucking ridiculous. Like
I
there's the
have. Look,
likes of me and all the guys in the chat have actual YouTube channels to make fun content or whatever.
yeah,
Do you
but
know what?
that's everyone like everyone we know, I suppose, just wants is doing it for the crack or
Yeah,
involved in the crack. But the love of Star Wars is there to begin with.
yeah,
And we all
exactly.
have
Yeah,
we all have that one thing in common. No, look, I mean, I suppose it's an Irish thing. We've zero tolerance for racism, but fucking stereotypes are up for grabs. You can make fun of stereotypes, but Jesus, like,
Yeah,
like just even that Ghostbusters film came out and they got everyone started attacking your woman. Like it was a stupid film. It was crap. It was badly written. The acting
it
was
was nothing to
terrible.
do with the four women in it. It was just bad.
But picking one of the out of the four and just going after her was just fucking ridiculous. You know,
Yeah.
everyone needs to fucking calm down, have a sup of fucking Guinness, a bite of a fucking potato, and you'll be grand.
Smoke a joint to go to sleep for yourself.
That's it. Yeah. And if that
Left
doesn't work, a
goes.
couple of yolks.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that won't put you to sleep for sure.
We'll
Left
have
goes
to
says,
the
no,
third
funny you
day.
guys know the show. We'll just wrap up now in a sec. Manga Fandango, Mark Shabby Geek, does that mean you two are now going to combine and form Everpool? I don't think you even need Everton in that combination. Like
Jonathan, you go wash your mouth out with soap right now. How dare you?
Tranmere be a better combination. They're in Liverpool too. Mick Holland says Lucky Charms. Again, I don't get that one either. We don't even eat those fucking things. That's pure like it's an American invention of us, basically, isn't it?
I think
Lucky
actually, do you
Charms.
know what? I think they'd be illegal to be sold here. There's so much fucking shite and sugar in them. It wouldn't be allowed on the
I have
cereal
seen
aisle.
them here though.
Yeah, but they're not in the
Um,
cereal aisle.
Mark Shabby Geek says, "Where is Tubbs? Tubbs is having problems with his kids, so he couldn't come on. They're holding him at gunpoint, I believe. No, he's to be honest, his kids are sick, so he had to, look after them. So he'll be back next week for sure. Left Coast Graphics, lol. Everpool. My name translates into the hammer. GeForce the hammer.
Well, I don't know if you keep if what you tell us about mowing your lawn every time your hot neighbour's out in the garden. I think it's the watcher.
To be fair, like I don't blame you.
No, I do
Translate.
too. I do too.
Mick is Korean for giant cock. I'm not checking that up, so you can have it if you want. Like giant cock as in giant penis, or your cock as in a dickhead. US
Mick also known as Gangnam Style from now on.
you us fucking yanks.
Fucking yanks.
Jonathan says, I'm very happy to say I've seen fuck all hate towards Moses. I'm following the right people on social media. Oh, and Mick, I suppose. I like the little sly digs at the end on your comments, Jonathan. It's fucking fantastic. Exactly, Connor. It's meant to be a form of escapism. Just fucking
Yeah,
enjoy it.
exactly. Stop trying to make it real life. Just go and
We all
escape
didn't know we're
and be a kid
entitled.
again.
We did, but we just didn't want to say. We didn't want to be ignorant about it. Like, insert said Millie dog photo. Your photo that you're always putting up on Twitter. Poor dog. You definitely owe him image rights at this stage. Saying that though, I fucking hate the Last Jedi.
Yeah, it's pox. It's absolute pox.
It's not good. Like, Tumad says, seems like it's more of a bandwagon that people are abusing her. The acting isn't even bad at all. I think she's supposed to be portraying an annoying and oppressive Sith. She even pisses off the Sith. Yeah, it's her character. Like, you're supposed to not like her. It's ridiculous that some a-holes can tarnish the reputation of a whole nation. Well, our government has a lot to be sorry for in that respect. They can tarnish everything. Make ouch. Slice says true G-force. Look at what these two make Ireland look like. If we were in charge, the country would shut down overnight.
Hey, now, if I had one chance of running the country, I'd turn it into an absolute dictatorship.
It's the only fucking way to learn, like.
Yeah, my way. And we get a bank holiday every year where everyone has to watch Star Wars.
Yeah. Those dog photos are going to put my future kids through college. That's fair enough. Oh, where are we? I know, right? Jonathan says. Yeah, so we're like a couple of minutes over time. So like I was going to talk about the Resident Evil trailer for Netflix, but it's Resident Evil and they never do that right anyway, so there's no point. And Jurassic World Dominion, is out this Friday as well. I'm hoping to go see it. Looking forward to it actually. Another one where you just turn your brain off and enjoy the big dinos eating people on screen.
Yeah, I'm going to Top Gun on Thursday, so
I saw it last
Look,
week. It's
did you?
excellent.
Is it?
It's very good. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. If you
We
enjoyed the
met.
first one, you'll love it.
My mate was like, "Oh, come on," because his missus didn't want to go see it. He says, "Come on." I said, you know, that's just like American propaganda. That film. It's just going to make us want to join the military." He says, "Father, just come and watch the fucking film with me, will you?"
Well,
Okay.
to be fair, when I came home, I played Ace Combat in the PlayStation, which is like a
You
plain
see?
shooting. And I got it in PlayStation Plus for free months ago and never tried it. And I was like, "Ah, fuck it, now's the time," because they released Top Gun Maverick convict content for it. But yeah,
You had the soundtrack on repeat on the phone beside you.
way too danger zone the whole way. But, yeah, so that's pretty much everything. It was great chatting with you, Connor. We good crack tonight, I think.
It's always a
John
pleasure to
said,
speak with you, Brian.
"Oh, same as man, same as NFTs make turn them into NFTs. Series and Resident Evil don't mix." Now, to be fair, like the trailer looks good, but I've no hope for the show at all. Like, because the last movie a couple of months back was fucking terrible. G-Force has great time shooting the shit with y'all. Mick says, "Oh, new Resident Evil 4 remake in the works." By the way, I love the original Resident Evil 4, so I don't think they need to, but I'll play it regardless. I will at Jonathan Redmond. Great stream tonight, fellas. Top drawer. Hashtag Connor for tops. I'll tell
Never,
you
but
who said
thanks,
that.
I. Thanks, I.
Prey trailer drop 2. Oh, fuck, I forgot to talk about that. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I've
Actually,
been meaning to watch that because I think Tez was sharing the video around on.
it came out officially today anyway, so you can
Yeah,
get a full HD. Like,
I have to sit down and watch the trailer.
yeah, it looks like fun. I always liked the Predator movies. The last few weren't great, though. The Alien versus Predators ones. And who was in the last one? The guy from Narcos was in the last one. It was okay. The blondie guy. I can't
Oh,
remember.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
What's the
next,
which one was he on the planet? Remember the one where they'd been hunted?
that was the one with Lawrence Fishburne, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where they
No,
got dropped.
the guy from the piano,
Yeah,
Andrew,
Adrian Brody.
Brody. Yeah.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne was in it
Oh,
as
was he
well.
in that?
And
Was he?
Tougher Grace, Venom.
That was. I fucking loved that film. That was
That was a
fucking
great
brilliant.
film. I loved that they showed like more versions of the Predators and stuff. And
Yeah, but just the idea of just dropping the boxes down and get hunted
yeah,
was
I hope to
really
see
good.
more of that. Before we go, Two Mad says thoughts on Avatar, lads. Personally, couldn't give a fuck. Don't know how it's the highest grossing of all time. I think it's the highest grossing of all time because everyone wanted to see the 3D, and the 3D was done well. So like the story was shite. It was basic as fuck. It was like Pinocchio basically in space, or not Pinocchio, Pocahontas in space. I've
I
no interest
enjoyed
in
it.
the next one really.
I loved it.
Connor, you're very easy to please.
No, I have an affinity for the indigenous
Giant
Americans.
Smurfs.
No, but like I remember hearing the story as a kid of the Choctaw Nation that
Mm.
during the famine these poor people gathered up what they had to send some money over to the people of Ireland. So I've always had an affinity with the indigenous Americans, and any story that's linked to that I enjoy, and I like a story where the little guy won.
Hmm. Did they win though? Because I think like the
No,
like
because there's a second
corporations
one,
are
so
doing
they have to win
this.
again.
Yeah, it was like the whole touching tails and things. It was just fucking weird. I don't know, but yeah, it looked amazing. It has to be said. Mick says great show, lads. Mark says good job, Brian and Connor. John said then
Thank
after
you,
the
Chuck.
last Predator movie, it would have to really try hard to be worse. As always, cracking stream, boys. John
Thank you,
said great
Christian.
stream as always. And to the chat, great laugh tonight.
It was, lads.
It was, you lads. I'm going out now with sore jaws. No jokes. um. Also, see yous. Have a good one. Lobot says, great chat. Been laughing all the way at work. Cheers. Take care. Well, that's all that matters.
Cheers,
That's as
Lobo.
long as we're making you laugh. That's good. The same 2 mad, zero fucks given. But the 3D is what made all that money, not the movie. Yeah, I saw it myself twice because the 3D was class. Like little things flying around your face that had never happened before in a cinema. Like
Mm.
Mick says, never seen it. Why am I not surprised?
It's not out in Wexford yet.
He was watching Homeward Bound, the dog movie, for the 14th time. Halo bot. Connor,
Mick
can
only
you list
watches
three
Marley and
films
me.
you don't like? Such an
3 films I don't like. Well, it's not Black 47. I'll tell you that much for now. I love that film. I
oh,
highly recommend it, Christian. Go and check it out.
I seen nothing. Avatar is basically Fern Gully. Oh Jesus, I saw that years ago. Why can't you remember all that?
Never seen that one.
Um,
Oh no, that was one of those animated ones.
there's an animated one, yeah. Um, of course, says my Kenobi after show is soon to be number one in Ireland. I'll fight you for that number one spot.
Oh, now, Rick, I'm off on Friday. I'm off all this week because I have to do dropping my little ones doing their exams and stuff. So I took a few days off. So it's my aim to get back to the house to watch Kenobi, to be on your stream this week because I can't watch it for spoiler reasons. So I actually aim to get to your stream this week. I'm
It's
looking
out
forward to
tomorrow
it.
though,
Or
isn't it? Not
tomorrow,
Friday.
yeah. Oh, I was thinking Friday. Regardless, I'll be kicking out the fucking door to school and fucking tearing back to watch it. Kenobi first thing in the morning. Yeah, good luck in
You
your exams. Yeah, Star Wars.
get out the door. Oh, you've junior
I
cert
won't
in the
even
house
stop
as
the
well.
car. Roll by slowly.
Our cinema just reopened, Connor. I didn't even know they had a cinema in Wexford.
They,
Left Post Graphics and part-time Monster
they,
Hunter.
they, they do, but it's in Arklow, which is Wicklow.
Christian, a better company, a better question. What movies has Mick actually seen? Speaking of Black 47, where the hell is Any World But Ours? I can't
Greece.
speculate, but I've seen him on social media. He's out living his life, doing his job and stuff. So
Yeah,
probably
he's
hasn't
having
the
a great
time.
fucking time with the looks of it.
He's out doing he's out like one of those hot places anyway, doing like whatever he's doing. So I don't know what's going on there. A shorter list, I bet. Jonathan Redmond, that would be a show. G-Force, he's off being the Poundland tour. Oh, Simon, you fucking bastard. That's beautiful.
Oh, Jesus.
We do not endorse any of the comments in the comment section.
Ah, fucking, I'm endorsing that one. It was worth it.
Yeah, to be fair. We laughed like so. Simon, you're a gas man. Glad to see you any day, bud. Says Rick. Si. And yeah, we're actually definitely going this time now. So we will see you all in the next episode. Thanks everyone for dropping by. It was a
Hi,
lot of
guys.
fun. And yeah, see you next week. Good luck.